Hey Shane, what's up, brother?
What's up, bro? How was your day today?
You know. Well,
Never a dull moment, right?
there is. Today just was not one of them. Um, you know,
Hmm.
I guess you could say I'm in a mood.
Uh-oh.
Hey Justin. Hey Dave. Evening. If you missed the show last night, we covered a lot. We're definitely not going to cover as much tonight. I wasn't finished preparing everything for this show. Last night, I covered, uh, everything that I covered a lot of information that I uh, received from Michael Kinsler. Uh, he was an attorney back in the 80s and the 90s, and he took a lot of freight brokers to court. He was a transportation attorney. He became a professor of law, and he actually founded a law school, I believe in Louisiana somewhere around there. And he is retired now. And I speak to him, and I got a lot of information about the trucking industry from him. I'm going to move on to other wealths of information that I have used over the last few months to help me get a better handle on our issues and where I think we should go. Um, the next individual is Dr. Michael Belzer. He is a professor of economics at Wayne State University. Um, he he was a truck driver, though. He started his career as a truck driver, and he he was a Teamster truck driver. Actually, he started before deregulation, and he uh, he wrote a book called Sweatshop on Wheels: The Winners and Losers in Trucking Deregulation. And I actually spoke to him, and I communicate with him via email. He's a very nice guy. He gave testimony to Congress, I believe, in maybe 20. I don't remember the year, but he's a very knowledgeable person, and I was going to focus on him tonight, and I was actually going to focus on him for the rest of the week and all of his information. But I had, I've been dealing with a lot of NOAA business, and I haven't been able to put it all together for the show today. So I will get on that later on this week. And hopefully we'll be able to do it tomorrow or some other time soon. We're just running out of time these days. The National Owner Operators Association fuel card is going to be launching on next Tuesday, and I've been in meetings pretty much about that today, and Premier RX and other stuff, and I've just been dealing with all the comments in the group.
Yeah, I seen that earlier.
Yeah.
It's tough, bro. You know what I mean? It really is. It's tough, and it is what it is. In any case, Chris. Yeah, go ahead, Shane.
What's up?
Go, Shane.
Speaking about the Facebook group, man, I've been seeing a lot of people requesting to get in it, and you can tell they're just hacks, man. Nothing related with trucking in their bios. Probably, I mean, some of them look like girls that are looking to solicit for OnlyFans. You got people from other countries. I see a lot of the riffraff trying to get in.
Yeah, I do too.
It is what it is. That's not this group. That's Facebook.
No, I know that.
I've been combating that since before the boycott, before we created NOAA. Um, we had an open policy where if you had a legitimate business and you wanted to profile it in this group, we allowed it because just because I don't approve of you or it, that doesn't mean someone else might not find your product or service needed. So I consider everyone an adult and they can make their own decisions. If an issue came up, I removed them from the group or I stepped in. But now we're at a point where we can't allow that. So we have a ton of moderators in the group that moderate these things. You are one of them. Chris is one of them. I'm one of them. And we try to get them out as fast as we can. You have to understand there's 50, sometimes 100 or more people a day joining this group. So to sit there and go through each and every one of them and ask them, are you a legitimate person? It's not realistic. So
Well, when they fail to answer the questions and stuff, that's usually a clear sign. Just, you know what? All right, well, you can't take the time to answer the questions that are being asked of you, then I guess you don't need to be in. I mean, that's my opinion. But
you are definitely right, and I agree with you. But let's take a person like James Lamb. Is he a person that we want in our group? I say yes, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you look at the questions that are asked to get in the group, James Lamb can't answer any of them. He's not an owner operator. He doesn't own trucks. He's not looking to lease on carriers or whatever. These are the questions that I put in this group when I started it almost 2 years ago. So
Right.
if we do something like that, we're keeping people out that can help and want to support us, but they're not active truckers, right? They don't have an MC number. These are some of the questions. What's your MC number, a DOT number? You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just a matter of people, the admins and moderators doing their job. If you
I usually
see
go in and look at their profile, see if they have anything, any type of business that would be correlated to something that, would associate with us, or, or is it just, like I said, I mean, there's some that just, you can tell that they're, it's more than likely even a fake account,
Right.
But
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I agree with Shane, but I mean, they usually come out pretty quick, and then they get kicked out. So
this guy puts a post in the group, right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to put this in here. I want to spend some time talking about it. See, because this is the exact shit that has been pissing me off all day. This type of shit right here. I'm going to put this in the in here right now. Just give me 1 second. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, man. Don't get caught up in my aggravation. Believe me. Don't even waste your time, I deal with this foolishness on a daily basis, and
you can't let it get to you, brother.
It's tiring, bro. It really is. It's tiring. And what really kind of took the wind out of my sails was yesterday when I read that article about that Mexican strike.
Oh, I know.
And how the government folded even before they struck.
It's amazing.
It really is.
I even put a post up. What I mean, that should be a lesson for us. I mean,
please. I mean, it's just incredible, bro. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want anybody to get discouraged, but a lot of the people in the associations that are out here right now fighting for truckers, the presidents and CEOs of them don't even want to do it anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're
I
at
know.
the point where they just want to walk away. They feel hopeless because truckers don't even support themselves. You know what I mean? They don't even
Yep.
support themselves. So it's like, what are you doing? It's like, you ever see those crazy people on the corners screaming, repent, you're going to go to hell. Like that's who we are. You know what I mean? We're like the crazy people screaming on corners. "21 minutes ago, Ali Dost. I mean, I'm gonna check his profile out, but he posted this in a group. I have a question. If the dispatcher is not being paid by an owner operator, what can the dispatcher do? I quickly responded, unless you are a dispatcher with NOAA, good luck. If you would like to be a dispatcher for NOAA, and I put the website up there.
And what was his
Look at his
response?
look at his response at the bottom.
I can't see it. Let's see. Hold on.
Chris, can you see that?
I don't
He
think
said,
that.
Taunts being hurled, or I am being asked to join some membership.
Yeah.
You know,
he doesn't even know
Oh.
what group he's in.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an option. This community meant to be helpful for people. All I am seeing here is taunts being hurled, or I'm being asked to join some membership.
everybody's looking for a free ride, man.
Yep.
So, Shane, let's help Ali Dost out for free. Do you mind?
Buddy, I do it all day long.
Do you
man.
mind helping Ali Dost out for free? Do you mind?
I mean,
I
not for
gotta
nothing.
ask you.
If
Oh,
you start-
he's from Zob, Pakistan.
yeah,
He lives in Islamabad. But he wants some help. Shane, let's help Ali out with this problem. You are a professional dispatcher, am I
Hey,
correct?
should I fly over there and sit down with him, show him how it's done?
You know, Shane, the magic of the internet, we don't even need to do that. Listen, I am sure he's not watching right now. So,
No.
but maybe someone can pass this message along to Ali Dost in Pakistan, who lives in Islamabad. Why don't you feel this one, Shane, since you are a professional dispatcher, am I correct?
Yes, I am.
You
And I've run into into this.
I just want to make sure that I have the right. I'm barking up the right tree here. Now you are a professional dispatcher. You said yes, and you do have a dispatcher training program. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you train dispatchers.
Yep.
Okay, so I would say, let me ask the people watching out there, all 7 of them. I think Shane's a good person to answer this question. Do you? They said yes. So Shane, we want to help Ali Dost in Islamabad. He lives in Zob. He's from Zob, Pakistan. He hails from there, but he makes Islamabad his home now. And he'd like to know what he could do if he does not get paid. Let me make sure I got this right now again. I have a question. If the dispatcher is not being paid by an owner operator, what can the dispatcher do? Shane, go ahead. You have the floor. Help Ali Dost from Islamabad out?
Well, Ali's probably going to end up watching this tomorrow because I believe it's about 2-3 o'clock in the morning or something there, or somewhere thereabouts, about 50% off from where we are. But listen, you're going to start a business, then you need to, you're going to learn from the lumps. I got stuck once, one time. That's all it took. When I first started out, I got somebody that jerked me around. I ended up getting my money, but you got to kind of know your audience. You got to know who you're working with, and if you don't know them, then you got to put protections in place. For me, I contact you can contact the factoring company that they're working with, and have a third-party compensation agreement written up. You can also take credit cards, so that you can bill them when you need to. You can submit PayPal invoices. There's multiple ways that you can get paid. You start submitting invoices, they still don't pay you, then you go the collections route. Granted, you're not going to get, what exactly is owed to you because you're going to have to pay for some of the collection percentage, but very good possibility you're going to get some of it because you're going to start putting Mars on their credit. And that's not something that a carrier wants.
I could see you being politically correct about it, Shane. I respect you for that. I, on the other hand, am not going to be. Chris, Shane, thank you for that professional advice for Ali. Is it Dost? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't even think it matters. But
see, that's the thing. That's the thing. You got people like this that come into this group, okay? They come into the Facebook group because it's free. Come into the group. They want to get all their questions answered. They want you to hold their hand. They want you to tell them about everything that they're doing wrong. And, they're not there. They're not there to support us.
Shane, you raise a very good point. How much did you pay to develop your dispatcher training program that teaches dispatchers how to get paid from people? How much did you pay to develop that program?
Thousands and many hours of time. I mean, basically, right. I'll tell you, like my wife told it, she read it and she's like, "Where'd you get all this?" And I said, "It's all in this fat head of mine."
Right. From how many years of being in this business?
I've been in this business over 30 years.
So Ali Dost expects you to help him get paid or advise him how to get paid from Pakistan.
They all do.
From a carrier or a owner operator in the United States that did not pay him for his services. Which I see a number of problems with that from the start, which have nothing to do with dispatching.
We're only hearing one side of the story,
Right.
Was this guy a legitimate, did he provide a legitimate dispatch service? Did this guy send a guy out in the middle of nowhere where he had to sit for 4 days before he could get a load, but he only made $2 a mile going out there? I mean, there's so many different, scenarios you can look at that we have no idea. I'll get in Facebook sometimes and I'll throw around some suggestions or, and sometimes I try and put out factual information on Facebook, even if it's somebody that's got a not so intelligent question like this one. Right. I'll put out something just short and sweet, and you don't believe the hell that I catch for it.
And you know what, Shane? Oh God, please, we're going to talk about we do have content for today. Thank you, Shane. Here's the thing. I actually tried to give him the best advice, I think. Unless you are a dispatcher with NOAA, good luck. If you would like to be a dispatcher for NOAA, join NOAA, www.tnooa.com. Why? Why is that the best advice? Because NOAA has an unlimited amount of carriers and owner-operators looking for qualified dispatchers. And if one of them does not pay you, they lose their membership.
Well, not only that, but just the amount of resource that you have amongst the members of NOAA. I mean, it's not just about
we go after them.
Listen, it's like the other one from the guy that had been in here since March or whatever, and posted.
I'm about to post that one right now.
Yeah. And listen, I mean, come on, all these people want stuff for free, man. That's all they want.
Chris,
yeah, they even want the membership for free.
No, they should definitely get it for free because I mean I got it for free. It cost me nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
I call bullshit on that.
All of this was on the cuff. Everybody did this for me for free.
Well, look, man,
you know what I mean?
I'll give you a perfect example. I started my driver recruiting business. Okay, I started that because in my dispatch business, I had 4 carriers within 3 months that had trucks abandoned. Loads were MIA, couldn't find them. The drivers would refuse to communicate. Over $9,000 for one carrier and unauthorized cash advances on the fuel card and stolen fuel that he was selling to other truckers. So, you know, guys were, I think one carrier within 3 weeks, 3 different drivers, and they were going through a recruiter. But all the recruiter was doing was putting ads out on Indeed and handing the applications over to the carrier, but charging them crazy amounts of money. So I said, you know what? Let me see how this works. So I started calling some of these recruiting companies, pretending that I would, pretending I was a carrier and saying, okay, listen, what's going on? And they would give me their spiel. Most of them, I think it was $3,500 a month, 2-month minimum, or $2,500 a month, 2-month minimum. And we'll get you some of the best drivers in the industry. Now, listen, I'm a driver. I've applied.
I think I know this guy. The guy with the funny eyebrows. You talking about him? That clown? Yeah, I had to throw him out of the group. I know you talking about. He's a recruiter, right? He used to be a truck driver, and now he gets you owner operators or drivers and some shit like that.
Well, see, I do that as well. DR 911. That's I do the driver recruiting and the equipment recovery. But the difference is, I started calling the recruiting companies and seeing what they do. What do they actually offer? So what do they offer? Oh, we'll get you some of the most professional drivers. All it is people that go online and research or look at a job. They go into a data pool. So I started asking these people, what kind of background investigations, what kind of background screenings you do? Oh, we don't do that. That's on the carrier. Oh, we don't do this. So I incorporated that. I partnered with HireRight, a third-party background screening company. They offer DAC reports. They offer some of the most entailed background screenings available. But when you tell somebody what it costs, I do it in different plans, and they're like, oh, that's too much money. But yet they'll call me and ask me, hey, do you got anybody? Yeah, I got somebody, but you got to sign a contract with me. Oh, no, I can't do that. That's too much money. Everybody wants something for nothing, man.
Hey, Mike, what's up, bro?
What's up, Mike?
How are you?
Hey, ADB.
How are you, man? Mike. How are you?
His mic's not working.
Looks like you might be losing connection too.
I'm rubber banding real bad.
There you go.
It's all right, bro.
I thought I had signal, but there I go thinking.
It's all right.
You got to put on that aluminum hat, that aluminum foil hat.
Somebody put this in here. I'm not looking at who's posting, so I just don't want to. I'm in a different screen, but I have my return on investment already from the Knowledge Gain trailer lease connection and in line for dozen fuel cards. Oh my goodness. You know how much I paid for those goddamn fuel cards, man? It is incredible, bro. Oh my God.
It's no easy feat neither. And to get it turned around as quick as you did, that's something that normally takes, better part of a year to get developed.
All you can do is laugh, bro. It's just money. How can anyone complain about the price of membership?
So we had the conversation about the premium RX, and I told you I didn't care about if I had to still pay the $125
Yeah, man.
because I know it's worth it.
Carmine just texted me. He told me he called you or someone spoke to you.
Yeah, they did.
Cool.
We're getting it figured out.
Michael, how is your wife? I know she was supposed to be on the show today. I didn't hear from her. What is everything okay?
Yeah, she's in a 2-hour meeting right now on Zoom, but her phone's actually broke. We went to Moab, and she broke the screen on a $2,000 flip phone. So, yeah, I'm a little sad, but yeah.
Michael, it's just money, bro. Someone said, yeah, someone said, don't hurt yourself, ADD.
Well, there goes his plan because he was going to get his wife a new phone and take hers.
Do what?
Let's talk about this one. This was 6 hours ago. I think this one is the one that pushed me over the edge. I was pretty much finished at 5 o'clock this morning. In case anyone noticed, I was on a rampage at around 5:30 this morning in the group from all the overnight clowns. But this one, I think, pretty much was the icing on the cake for me. I think this is where I had the stroke. Correct me if I'm wrong, but looking at the TNOOA website, I have to pay a membership fee to see how this organization will benefit me. Why are the benefits not listed on the website so people can make informed decisions? It seems like we have to pay money to see what's behind the curtain. Those seem like valid concerns to me. I would be skeptical of an organization that did something like that.
Too bad there's a list right there.
Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. He's giving me the option to correct him now. I appreciate that. He made sure the background was bright red so everyone would stop and look at it. And when I went in on him, he said, "Oh no, I'm not trying to cause problems. This was not my intent. No ill will meant here, right?" But he wrote this and put it on a big ass red fucking background, right? And posted it in the fucking group, right? But he means no ill will. He's a supporter.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but looking at the Tuna website, I have to pay a membership fee to see how this organization will benefit me. Why are the benefits not listed on the website so people can make informed decisions? It seems like
he doesn't know how to click a button.
Money to see what's behind the curtain. This is the type of shit I deal with every day. And you know what the funny thing is, Chris? I saw that like 2 minutes. I saw it 2 minutes after it was posted, probably. Because it was big red and how could you miss it, right? before I could even respond, Chris posted all of the departments. He said, "Look,
I've seen that.
he posted all the departments." Then someone else came and did. Then I did it. Then everyone started like, "Yo, they've been telling you everything that they're doing for like the last 7 months. How could you not know what they are doing?" Like, and then to top it off, I posted the first page of the website and I circled in red the phone number, my personal phone number, and the email address that anyone could call to get
On the
me
website.
directed.
on the front page of the website. Yeah.
Right. He noticed he didn't see that. He didn't catch that. But he noticed that all of the benefits were not, all 30 benefits plus that we offer were not there. That he noticed, that we were not able to squeeze 30 different departments on one page, on the first page of the website. He felt the need to post this in the group. Instead of calling me or sending an email to the association, he felt the need to post this shit right here in the group. And then he comes and he says, "I'm not trying to cause problems. I'm not, no ill will intended here."
He's on a free Facebook page. He was expecting you to mail it out to him and a special invitation.
I kind of wonder if this asswipe realizes that even though I spend 95% of my day trying to get people and buy my own cards, like these right here, buy my own cards, do my own thing, just trying to get this off the ground. I wonder if he realizes, right here that the the president of recruiting pays for his own cards and has a paid subscription. Would you like to pull that up on the screen there, Mike, and show him that I actually have a paid subscription? I mean,
you do.
I
think
what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
As a matter of fact, your
I'm coming up.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm coming up. End of the month, bro.
No, it went through yesterday, bro.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
your dues were paid yesterday. So was
Right
Jamie.
on.
Jamie
Yeah, I
was
got
like,
mine fixed today too.
yeah,
They
Oh,
ran the
shit.
wrong card. That's why.
yeah, man.
I mean, seriously, we're the ones putting it together, but we're paying dues so that we can keep the fucking doors open. We're buying our own cards to give to people to get more people in. This motherfucker. Well, I can't see nothing on the fucking page.
He wants me to have a personal meeting with 40,000 people. Jennifer, are you there?
I think we are having a personal meeting if people would just fucking pay attention.
I'm
Right?
here.
No.
I'm here.
Hey,
The service
hey,
has been
Hey.
posted up ever since we started.
Well,
So-
shit,
Ever since-
send him a link to the room so he can come in here and explain to us how it was that he couldn't see your personal number, or the fact that the whole list is there, or I mean, just what the fuck was the problem? Because I mean,
So
I don't know.
I'm
It just,
actually.
that's kind of got me pissed off a little bit because
All right. I don't
just
know.
that right there, they come in, they look at it. I get somebody. It's like today, I passed out a card. I'm trying to find people that can speak other languages, right? Because we have to cross that barrier. Now, people come in and they see that shit up on the screen, which I haven't been able to look at today because I've been dealing with a fucking raccoon. 2 of them, actually. I had 2 hitchhikers in my trailer this time. 2 damn raccoons. But anyway,
Wow.
yeah. I'll send you
my
pictures,
dogs
bro.
hate raccoon. Jennifer, you were going to say something?
Well, I actually started writing a response to this guy right after that red screen went up, and I actually just finished my second point that I was making now, so I could hit enter, so that it would be up there on this post. You can see that I told him that with all due respect, Mike pointed out you've been a member of this page since March. If you'd been coming around on a regular basis, you would be the equivalent of a player on the varsity team in football, so long as you came to practice regularly. And what I mean by this is simply by being in this group, you'd have an idea of what 75% of our services are. Just ask my 17-year-old college freshman who just wrote her first paper on the degree she chose and how she'll use it to better the industry. I'll say again, she's 17. She only knows what she hears once a week, an hour a day in our social media spaces. Okay?
Right.
And I said, number two, no one is forcing anyone to join this organization. You either believe in our founding principles or you don't. Someone that cannot even reach out to one of the 15 people that are on here on a daily basis worries me behind the wheel of a truck.
Oh, please. Jennifer, did you see this one? This guy says, I'm trying to force it down his throat. He says, I don't think that's an option. This community meant to be helpful. This one is straight from Pakistan, by the way, Islamabad. By way of I don't even know where he is.
Send Ali after him, brother. Send Ali after him.
There you go.
I'm not even going to waste Ali's time. Like Ali is actually doing things.
Ali's busting my balls.
Yeah. Listen to this. All I am seeing here is taunts being hurled, or I am being asked to join some membership. That's his opinion on that. Yeah.
GTFO.
God forbid. That's his stance on it. Jennifer,
I got a question. So, how aren't we helping this group?
I'm sorry, Chris.
How aren't we helping this group? I've seen advice in there.
You're muffled.
Like people will ask questions and we respond to them.
Well, Chris, Chris, here's the problem. You need to do better. I think,
really, me giving my phone number out to talk to these guys in the group to help them out.
Chris, you can no longer hide behind the bare minimum. That giving your personal phone number out to strangers in the group that need help with problems.
And what are you doing at 3 o'clock in the morning? I just want to know. I just need to know what you're doing at 3 o'clock in the morning, folks. Okay, because you need to be on here.
Chris,
I think at 3
you no longer hide behind the bare minimum.
I think at 3 o'clock this morning he was texting me.
Oh, he
probably was.
Jamie, how you doing, brother? Let's forget about
I'm doing all right, bud.
What's his name from Islamabad. Jamie, let's move on to more important things.
Yeah.
Jamie, how you doing, brother? How'd you make it through that bad weather last night?
It wasn't too bad. I hit that one bad band coming out of Birmingham, but I got down here at about 1:30 this morning. Shut down for like 4 hours and went in and delivered. Didn't get delivered till noon. It wasn't bad. I mean, there was some rain. It's been raining all day, but now it's beautiful down here. It's 80 degrees. Got a nice breeze going. I think I'm gonna be able to kill my truck and not idle it and enjoy the fresh air. But yeah, it's not been bad. It didn't get bad down here in Albany. But I appreciate the care and concern. I went back after I woke up. I did sleep the day after I got delivered. I needed some. I was tired. I've been running hard and burning the candle at both ends. But I appreciate the care and concern, y'all. But I made it through fine, unscathed. Thank you.
Mr. Anderson, what state are you in now?
I'm in Albany, Georgia. I'm 88 miles from the Florida border down there around I'm just north of Valdosta, so about 50 miles.
Right. Okay. I spent a lot of time.
Glad you're okay, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to reach out to you, but I got busy.
In Valdosta. Caitlin, the president of the dispatcher division. Hey, Caitlin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Caitlin, now that I'm glad you joined, we have an important topic here that we need your help with. Shane, we have the real expert here. Sorry. For that feeble attempt to help Mr. Islamabad, we have a real expert here that can help with this.
I need to up my game.
That Habib, what was his name? I don't even know.
Ali.
But let's help. Right, Ali Dost. So, Caitlin, Ali has a very important problem. He's hitting us up all the way from Pakistan. I'm going to read this question to you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a game show host from the 70s. Mike, could you make that music tick tock? So, Caitlin, he says, I have a question. If the dispatcher is not being paid by an owner operator, what can the dispatcher do? You tell me, Caitlin. Well, you tell Ali. I don't know.
So it's okay. It's a little,
Well, now
it's a little difficult.
he's in Pakistan. Let's get that out.
Okay, that's a start.
Okay.
So I don't know honestly I don't know how it works when you're based internationally or if it's I would think that a contract is a contract, but as long as you have a contract with that owner operator that says what your payment terms are and when you're supposed to be paid and this, that, and the other, you can send it to collections. Now, the issue with that is that a lot of collection agencies don't take balances that are less than, I think that it's uncommon for them to take it less than 500, but some are even 200. So if it's not a substantial amount, then there's not really a whole lot you can do. And really, even if it goes to collections and if they aren't able to recover it, there's really not a whole lot that can be done about it.
And we have a small balances team that will take down to 200 or 250. So yes, we are one of those people that will take smaller amounts. But like Caitlin said, we have a litigation threshold of like $5,000. We won't retain an attorney for less than $5,000. So
now,
if it's not,
go ahead. Sorry.
So it's not. So I was just gonna say. So if it's not a significant amount, if they can't, call them up, rip off their head, shit down their throat, make them pay, then there's not anything we can do, and there's nothing to leverage them to pay.
Okay. Now
let me ask a question on that one because I know on smaller amounts, like used to, you go to the movie store and rent a movie and you didn't take it back, they would get actually a criminal charge of theft of services for smaller amounts. Maybe that's an option to go at it with the actual contract because it is a breach of contract. That's just a thought.
Yeah, you'd have to be a legitimate business with an EIN, though, which most of those over there are not.
Well, now, Shane, I was going to ask Caitlin about that. Now, Caitlin, a couple of questions here. The first one is, how successful have you been litigating these issues in the International Court of Justice since Ali is based in Pakistan? And I assume this person that did not pay him is here in the United States. Do you have some sort of special court? Because he is in another country and well, that might be one of them. I believe that's here in New York somewhere by the United Nations or something like that. They might have moved it. Caitlin, how do you fight to get an individual's money who is domiciled in Pakistan, has a contract that's probably enforced, I would assume, at some area here in the United States? How do you get that money? Where is this contract enforced, or is it just toilet paper? I don't understand.
When it comes to overseas stuff, I can honestly say I have next to no idea. I know how stuff works here. I have no idea how stuff works overseas. And if it's anything like any other realm in the transportation industry, like i.e. we have a whole bunch of fraudulent broker activity that comes from overseas, nothing can be done about that because they're not here. Our laws don't apply to them. Like there's no way to legally handle that when they're overseas. So honestly, I have no idea.
Well, don't you think we ought to be going after the government to get that cut out, means how there's no consequences to them, just different carriers?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I know this is what I know. I know that here in the last several years, that theft of services actually on certain services like a utility bill or a public utility, they moved that up to a felony. So I don't know. I haven't looked into what all it entails or encompasses as far as a theft of service. But I believe with an actual breach of contract, you could actually pursue them on a criminal basis of theft of services. I don't know. Something we need to look into.
Caitlin, thank you,
Nope.
Jamie. And
I
Jeff,
got
1 second, Christopher. Caitlin,
Mhm.
since we started the National Owner Operators Association dispatcher division, I am curious, how many dispatchers have not been paid by carriers? Dispatchers
None.
that are registered with us, that dispatch, they have a certificate of approval by the National Owner Operators Association. How many of those dispatchers have not been paid by carriers?
None, as far as I know.
Oh, so my response was to this individual, and Chris, I'm coming right to you. My response was, unless you are a dispatcher with NOAA, good luck. If you would like to be a dispatcher for NOAA, join www.tnooa.com. Now, was I right for making that comment, or was I out of line? Or was I pandering or hustling to get a member? He says, I am being asked to join some membership. Was I wrong for saying that?
No.
Oh,
No.
I thought I was way out of line. Kind of like Mr. Red Background here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but looking at the Tuna website, you're all a bunch of fucking scammers trying to get me to pay for something without telling me what the fuck I'm getting. I've been a member in this group for 7 months, and I actually joined 2 days after you started the fucking boycott. But hey, I never knew what you guys were or what you offer, so I need to put this in the front page of your Facebook group and make sure it has a red background so everybody can see it and it doesn't get missed, because you're a scammer and I need to expose you.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Marlon's trying to get in. He's having some problems. I sent him a link. I copied it and sent him one, but he says he still can't get in. So maybe you can send him one. I don't know.
Hold on.
But he's trying to get in with us.
Yeah, I don't think it works. Copy and paste.
I will put it in the group again, and I will make sure he gets in. Chris, go ahead with your thought while I am doing that.
So, assuming that the carrier was here in the U.S., now does that dispatching have authorization to actually do business in the U.S.? Because from my understanding, they have to have an actual business here in the U.S.
Is that a question for me? Or
I
for...
say it's none of your business.
Go ahead, Caitlin. You could take that one. You're the expert here on dispatching. I know absolutely nothing about it. I've never actually used a real dispatcher. So go ahead. You could take that.
So, yes, they do have to have legal incorporation in the U.S. However, within the last, I don't know, few months or so, I had to stop accepting people that were based outside of the U.S. And that's just, it's purely it's really just like a legality.
Protectionist.
It's to protect everyone, to protect us and to protect the owner operators that work with us. If something were to happen with somebody from overseas, there's nothing we can do about it. The laws do not protect us.
It is a free market.
Exactly.
It is a free market.
So when FMCSA came out with the new description between dispatchers and brokers,
boy, here we go.
That was actually in there.
Here we go. I
Chris
argue.
is on the soapbox again.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember
I
you.
Did
know.
you have
Arguing
did
I
you
with
have
know
to
it's a
go there,
big
Chris?
argument. I know it's a
There,
big argument.
there,
But
there's no boundaries. There's nothing. They didn't set anything. They just said
exactly.
they're going to.
No,
It's
it was.
I
It's
mean,
the
bottom
same
line
exact.
is,
It's the same exact regulation. It's always been in. They even made it more vague because they won't address
check this
what a
out.
bona fide
Yeah, I
agent
know.
is.
It's almost as good as transparency, bro.
Yeah,
Almost.
exactly.
Yeah,
yeah, Caitlin.
and I totally agree with that. But also, it's I'm pretty sure it's actually in legislation that anyone that's doing business outside of the country with the trucking industry has to have the corporate address here in the U.S.
They
They
do.
could
I'm
be
gonna
out
cut
of
you off.
country.
Just gonna cut off real quick and say that they do. They go online. They spend $10 a month to have a virtual U.S. address, and that's what they
Yep.
use as their
Right.
company address. It's as easy as $10 a month.
That's it.
Yep.
Yes, that's it.
John from
Hey,
MAGA Mission.
Caitlin, real
So
Hold
what's
on.
the point of having
Okay.
it in a law?
Hold on.
Hey,
I need to.
I want to
Mike,
ask questions.
hold
My
on.
turn.
Hold on. Before
You
you
suck.
do that, Mike. No, I know I suck. I have 40,000 people telling me I suck on a daily basis, bro. So if you want to insult me, you
Well,
got.
you
No,
got
no,
one here
we're all
that's saying
thieves.
that you
We're all
don't.
crooks. We're all
I
crooks.
got-
Yeah,
We
we're all
all-
Yeah.
we're all grifters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got John from MAGA Mission. I'm sorry, Marlon. You guys know him as Marlon from MAGA Mission with us. Hey, Marlon, how you doing, brother? How's everything over at the mission?
Now I know him as the big blue fish.
You know, I'm doing good, guys. Good to see you. I just thought I'd pop in.
Hey, Marlon.
Hey, Mike, check out the feed in our channel.
Where do I do that?
In our group, and the no operators, owner operators, no authority, new authority. Go look.
Okay. What?
So I'm kind of bummed, though. I'll be honest with you.
What's going on, Marlon?
Good work, Jennifer. Exactly. If you
You're
really
welcome.
want to know what's going on, join the group. This is free. Actually, this is free.
I
of
should have
charge.
put free.
Yeah, you got to put that in there.
I'm going right now.
Hold on, y'all. We got something going on. What's up, John? What's up, Marlon? Why are you bummed, brother?
I lost.
We got a brother in crisis here. We gotta find out what's going on with him.
What was wrong with Marlon?
I don't know. He said he's bummed.
Yeah.
I lost him.
What's up, bro?
He's gone.
He lost connection. It seems like.
How many screens can fit on here? LOL.
Yeah, well,
guys are getting smaller.
10.
Only
Well, hell, I
10.
need all that I can get.
It says
I can't
10.
afford- I can't afford more. We have an order from the fire department. This room has a maximum capacity of 10. So, Mike, you wanted to make a point. Go ahead, sir. You're driving, so go ahead.
I forgot my point. I don't remember.
All right. So,
What were we
Caitlin,
talking about? We were
Hey,
talking.
I can
Oh
tell
yeah, Caitlin. I wanted to address Caitlin. One of the things, again, doing what I do, I was sending out, our little flyers and introducing people to what NOAA is, because we're all crooks.
Wait.
But,
Marlon's back. Marlon's back.
All right, let's give Marlon the floor.
I'm kind of
John.
bummed. I'm kind
What's
of
up,
bummed
John?
out
What's going on?
because the last time I was in NOAA Live, I saved the little icon. I got it up on my screen, and now I need like a link every time. Is that how it works on this platform? Like I thought it was the link to like this. What a pain in the ass! Now I got to make a new link. But anyway,
Every time.
Well,
every
I
time
think it's a new link every time, Marlon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, Mike, we're going to come back to you. I want to give John the floor. He has an issue that he wants to talk about. John, please, you have the floor. Go ahead, sir.
well, I'll have to tell you today. I just heard that Jeff Van Drew, our congressman, he was totally fighting against Phil Murphy, who wants to use Atlantic City Airport to house migrants. So there's, you know, more issues on the table, and thank God that Jeff is my congressman and he's fighting back. Yeah, I'm watching what's going on in my state, and it's disturbing, right? And I'll be honest with you, I can't take a whole lot more. I'm so glad that we're out there in front of these issues and we're fighting, right? I feel more like an American every day, guys. I hope everybody else feels the same.
You know,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I was watching the news last night, and I'm in Queens, New York, and we have the second largest population of migrants, I believe, in New York State. I think the Bronx has the largest. They've accepted the largest amount, and Queens is number 2. And it's crazy. Like, we see them walking around here all the time. You know, the kids are in the schools, and they're here. You know, they speak no English. They, you know, it's New York, brother. So I have nothing to say. I'm not smart enough to know about these things. But we do. I am in a borough of New York City, and we have the second largest population of them that came into the New York City this year. I believe Staten Island is number 3.
Is Kamala Harris's house the first?
God forbid. Yeah, so I hear you, John. Listen, Jeff Van Drew's all right. I like him. He's a good guy. His team is excellent. He's got a bunch of good kids on his team, good people on his team. I know his chief of staff is a good guy. Jeff Van Drew is a solid guy. He's one of the good ones in Congress, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion.
So, I mean, the game that you're playing, you know, these are the connections and the friends that you have to make, right, to be impactful. I mean, you know, I know your lobbyists are out in front of you too, but, you know, with the different alliances, you know, it can be quite impactful at the end of the day if you just invest in these guys. I guess that's the best word, you know, investing in these candidates.
Yeah, you know it, but it look, you have to start somewhere, right? Like Jeff Van Drew didn't just wake up one day and say, yeah, I'm going to be a good guy, you know, and I'm going to put all these other good people around me working for me, helping constituents and people with concerns. Like, he didn't just wake up one day and say that, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be that way from the start, you know what I mean? Like, the difference is you could feel the difference when you're talking to someone like him and you're talking to someone else, which I'm not going to say any names. You know what I mean? It's like you're talking to someone who's looking you in the eyes. He's got a pen in his hand. He's taking notes. He's responding back to you. He's asking you questions. He's engaging, right? He's showing that he's listening to you and he cares about your crisis or your situation. In my opinion, that's what a politician is supposed to do. Whether he does anything about it or not, he's one person out of 500 plus, right? So that's not the point. The point is that he's doing his job. He's acting like he's caring, right? Then you have a person that looks at you like you just walked in his office and took a shit on his floor. You know what I mean? And seriously, these people are in Congress. You know what I mean? Like, they look at you and you can tell that they don't think much of you, and they don't want to be there. Like, they don't want to listen to you. And Jeff Van Drew is a guy that actually cares. And I know that you actually brought him to my attention, and I did research on him. And then I contacted our people down in Washington, and I asked them to reach out to your guy, in Jeff Van Drew's office, and they did, and they made contact, and we ended up having a meeting with him and his people, and it was a great meeting. And they are going to reintroduce HR 7517 next month, and they are going to allow us to add more language to it to help owner operators get paid for all hours worked and all hours paid, basically. Go ahead, Jamie. Hold on, Jamie. You look like you wanted to say something.
No, I was just listening, man. I was sitting there thinking to myself, though, of a couple things. You know, I got to reading today and going over some stuff and looking at who's who in our government, man. And I come to the realization, you know, that we are ruled by attorneys, by lawyers. All these people in these high places are attorneys, brother.
100.
That's a problem. That's a problem. But anyways, I was also going to say, because I was thinking earlier, and I got 10,000 followers between platforms, and I want to give all of y'all some information and let y'all know a fact, okay? And to anybody listening, you know, if I'm a grifter, like I've been accused of being, I really, really suck at it, because I'm probably the only grifter in the world that's taken money out of his pocket and done something with it for somebody else and haven't made a red penny off of it. So if I'm a grifter, I really, really suck at it, y'all. I'm just saying. Wanted to put that out there.
Jamie, I'm a little stupid, so I had to Google that one. Let's see here. Grifter, a person who engages in petty or small scale swindling. Wow, that's me.
Yeah, we're all grift. I got accused of being a grifter the other day. And I'm like, dude, I suck. I really, really suck at being a grifter. I'm telling you right now.
Am I using this term the correct way? ADD, stop putting your card in the screen. You are behaving like a grifter.
You're grifting.
Yeah, I think
Oh, me and Jamie got
Why?
blamed
Because
in
why?
one
Because nobody else
comment.
pays for it other than
being a
me.
grifter.
I'm a grifter. Assholes.
Oh boy. Caitlin, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Nope,
I had to leave for a
she's
second
gone.
and pop back in.
Okay. So I'm getting a lot of comments about that flute music that you're playing in the background. Is that you?
It's not there anymore. As soon as I saw that comment, I muted my mic.
Yeah, I got like 7 comments here. Like, what the hell is that elevator music? I
It was
thought
Zelda music, by the way.
I'm
Zelda.
sorry, what- Zelda. Is that?
I
like
love
the
Zelda. That was my favorite
Zelda.
game.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah. Zelda.
Oh, what happened
Triforce.
to mine?
Lost John again. In any case, let's wait. I think he's back. Wow, this is crazy. In any case, so let's move on here. What else were we talking about, Chris?
I had a question. I want a
Yeah.
question. It's my turn.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm acting like a grifter here again, but Caitlin, I have a question because I've been addressing the overseas dispatchers that call and want to get you the best load that money can buy and everything else, and I just basically tell them you're going to have to pick a side one way or the other. Either you're with us or you're against us. Now, my comment on that is in this industry, we have every single language. And I see a purpose for people that, 1, can speak decent English, and 2, can speak 3 other languages. Because when I was sending out my little flyer, about 2 o'clock in the morning, I got a message back that said, looked like Hubert language, actually, is what it said. When I deciphered it in Google Translate, it told me to suck his orifice. So instead of and I'm honest, I can show you it, but instead of telling him that he could do the same, I basically spent the next 2 hours back and forth in Google Translate explaining to him what NOAA was. By the time it was all said and done, that guy wanted to learn English to join NOAA. So we do have people out there that they just don't know what NOAA is. I mean, there's a language barrier, and we've got Spanish, we've got Bosnian, we've got Serbian. We've got all these different languages, and I think that we need to start looking into some of these guys that can actually speak fluent English, and maybe set them up with their own, business to work for NOAA, because they can read our board, they can, read all of our stuff, they can tell the other languages what we're all about, and we break that language barrier. So that's just my.
Nothing stops anyone from supporting the association, right? They don't have to be, nobody has to be directly involved to know what we're doing, what we're about, what we're trying to do. Nobody has to be directly involved as like staff or whatever. Anybody can support the association.
Right, but what I'm saying is we actually need dispatchers that can speak those languages, because we can't.
We have a couple. We do have a couple that were in here before I made that change to not allow any others. And the reason it's not like a prejudice thing. It's not like I just don't like the guys.
Right.
I think it sucks that that a lot of people give a bad name to overseas people that are in the industry. I think that's really sad, and it sucks, but there comes a time. This is
What the hell are we
thing
looking
that
at?
everybody's trying to do, and it would be, in my opinion, what's the word I'm looking for? It would be a risk to allow any.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
Jamie.
No
Your
alive.
microphone being on.
No alive, right?
Jamie's got something going on.
No lie, Jamie's gonna beat the hell out of somebody.
But it seems risky to me to let too
Yeah,
many people in.
Caitlin, I'm sorry, Caitlin. You and I had this conversation months ago, and in the beginning, we decided that we were going to go ahead and work with overseas dispatchers, and then you brought up a very good point. You said, listen, how can I manage these people? How can I make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing from here? And it puts us at a risk. And I had to agree with you. Although I agree that the world, this is not 1950, you know what I mean? The world is a lot smaller now, and we have to learn to work with people in other countries. And from a NOAA standpoint, we don't have the capability to be responsible for people in other countries if something goes awry. And you brought up a very good point. So all jokes aside, we have an issue with overseas dispatchers. It's not because they're overseas. I don't care what country you're in. The problem is that you're overseas. Like, there's nothing we can do. And I think that this post is a perfect example of that. He's standing here trying to figure out how to get his money. And the truth of the matter is, he's not going to.
That's a problem, right, Mike?
Yeah. If he worked for NOAA, he would.
The problem is that even if he works for NOAA, if he's overseas, we cannot protect him.
Nope.
And that's what we're about, is protecting people from predatory practices.
But we could, if he was only working with our people. We could. We could hold them responsible.
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on,
exactly.
Hold on. John, go ahead.
I got an idea. Instead of the world working on credit, why wouldn't you make those overseas guys buck the money up and pay for it up front? And then this way they would establish a relationship with you, and then you could have trust in that. That's the only way that I see that they could guarantee that.
Or vice versa, right?
Yeah, John, it don't work that way. The carrier gets paid and then pays the dispatcher. It don't work the opposite way.
Yeah, it usually goes by the week.
Right. In some cases, they get paid at the end of the week. I know that. Shane, you want to chime in, Mr. Dispatcher Extraordinaire?
I mean, you got some dispatch companies that'll require payment, after each load. Usually mine's weekly. You start hitting them every day, then it becomes an issue. I give them at least, in our contract, it's at least 48 hours. Give them an opportunity to factor their loads, and but as a rule, I do mine once a week.
Got you, Jennifer. Jennifer.
When we get a second, I want to read something to y'all.
Jennifer's probably slapping someone. We lost John again, and we lost Jennifer. We still got Caitlin, so that's excellent. Go ahead, Jamie, because I'm going to switch gears here.
I don't know if anybody's seen this, but this was released today. Washington today, the U.S. Department of Transportation announced Sue Lawless as the Assistant Administrator and Chief Safety Officer for the Carrier Motor Safety for the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Lawless will officially join the position on September 10th, 2023. In this role, Lawless will serve as FMCSA's Chief Safety Officer to promote the agency's safety mission, collaborate with federal, state, and local governments, and provide direction to all national commercial vehicle safety programs. So we are extremely fortunate to have Sue in this position at FMCSA. Well, I understand that, brother, but her experience in the industry and her years of service at FMCSA will ensure the agency is well positioned to continue its safety mission, says Robin Hutchison, FMCSA administrator. Sue is a smart, savvy, steadfast strategist who can hit the ground running on FMCSA's priorities, and I look forward to working with her in this role. Prior to her appointment, Lawless served as the director of FMCSA's Motor Carrier Driver and Vehicle Standards Division. She first joined FMCSA in 2001, but later transitioned to the private sector, where she was a partner in a law firm and represented motor carrier drivers, and various transportation businesses. Lawless rejoined FMCSA in 2010. She now brings more than 20 years of experience from the private and federal motor carrier safety industry to her new role, having engaged with nearly every FMCSA program as a trial attorney, assistant chief counsel, division chief, and director within the Office of Policy. Lawless is originally from Southern Maryland. She received a Bachelor of Arts degree from McDaniel College and law degree from the University of Baltimore. Now, see, to me, and that's what I've been airing them out on. I sent a message to Buttigieg, and it was from the top down, from Buttigieg, he wasn't fit for this position. He was selected and put in this position not because of qualifications, because he knows absolutely nothing about the transportation industry. And these are the people, like this attorney they just put in this key role. We should be represented by truckers and carriers and people that's actually worked in transportation and knows what makes the transportation industry safer, not what they read in a book or what they think or what somebody pays them to say. It's a problem with what we got going, and we got to start having some say and being able to put pressure on the people that they're trying to put in these positions. I'm just saying, I wanted to share that with y'all and get y'all thinking down that road, because
but
it's a problem.
They're lawyers, Jamie. They're the smartest people on earth.
I know, I understand that. That's what that's what got me. That's what prompted that comment earlier when I said I realized that we're being ruled over and dominated by attorneys, some of the most crookedest people in the world. People that went to school and learned how to manipulate the laws and codes to their benefit, and they're the ones that's running America. It's crazy.
Jamie, you're talking about local government. Look at what happened in Hawaii. Okay, these people were.
These people were gone.
So yeah, but understand he had no experience, zero. So when he stood up in front of them cameras, he had no idea what to say. Like these are the people that are getting appointed by the people that we're electing. We talked about this today.
John makes an excellent point. My question to you, Mr. Anderson, is What's the difference between Sue Lawless and Robin Hutchison?
None. That's my
I'm
whole.
looking
That's
at right. I mean,
that's
I'm
that's
looking
what
at
I'm
Robin.
saying, and that's my point. Going with that is the people that's put in positions that set rules and regulations and enact laws and the driving force that's controlling the industry have no knowledge or has never actually worked. And I'm talking about in the field worked in the transportation industry. How can you
Right.
tell me how I need to run my truck and be safe and the things that I need to do out here on the road when you have never been out here in my position in this road on this road in one of these trucks to be able to see what's safe and what's not safe? It's
Right.
something that's a problem.
And you know, it's all about political correctness, and it's all about just, you know, trying to conform. You know what I mean?
Well, brother, it's not about
Robin Hutchison
what
has
you
no
know.
business. She has no business running the FMCSA, and many before her had no business running the FMCSA. And this woman, Sue Lawless, I agree with you 100%.
Wow.
I agree with you 100%, and it's exactly what we've been saying about the FMCSA. In order to understand Robin Hutchison and Sue Lawless's appointments, you need to go back years, and that was what we were doing yesterday, right? You have to go back years and be willing to try to figure out and understand how these regulators became what you are seeing today. This was not the case back in the 70s. This was not the case back in the 50s. This was not the case. The regulators were actually serious organizations that regulated, and they regulated from a point of logic.
Yep.
You have two women running the FMCSA right now, whose backgrounds are both
No. You got three, brother.
Okay, three. Whose backgrounds are all administrative. None of them hold a CDL, nor have ever held a CDL, have ever driven a truck. All administrative background. Why? Because back in 1977, they realized in order to get things done the way that they wanted them done in the surface transportation industry, they needed to be able to control the regulators. So they learned to put people in charge of the regulators that would do what they told them to do. And that's been the marching orders from 1977 up to 2023, up until right now.
Well, let me tell you, Mike.
You have not seen a response on transparency yet, because she's waiting for someone to tell her what the response should be. She knows what the response should be, but she's waiting for her bosses to tell her what the responses should be. And that's why it's important for us to get to her bosses and tell them what the response better be. Go ahead, John.
So, you take that same scenario and you put it in the government. These people are waiting for orders from the top. Okay, this is how this system is working, right? It's the same exact thing of what you're talking about. They are appointed in positions, right? So either we change the process or this process is going to continue. So we talk about voting. I mean, this and I'm going to tell you where the process is, right? Nobody speaks to this. It's in the Board of Elections. Okay. They have deep rooted tentacles in those Board of Elections that have been ruled by Democrats forever. And I know this because the drops are last minute and they're produced. I hear it, I see it. So it's either we take control back, and I'm talking about that would be some kind of cleansing. That's the only kind of cleansing that I can see that America would trust again. because I don't trust it. Does anybody else trust the voting system? I'm in it ass deep and with both feet, and I don't trust it.
I don't trust anything. Anyone? Shane, you've been silent.
Hey, I'll be the first to volunteer to go take their place in the law firm, man. Since you don't need experience to jump into a position.
Hey,
Well, you know,
hey, Shane, you could get one of those fast track University of Law from the Bahamas degrees, and you'll be right there in the FMCSA like that, brother.
There we go.
There you go.
I'd have
Go
to
ahead,
change my
Shane.
gender first, you know.
well, it seems like that's what it's come to. It ain't about what you know. It's not about what you know. It's about what degree you have. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Hey, I got a question.
Go ahead, Chris.
Did everybody else just buffer?
Say that again, brother.
Did everyone else just buffer?
Not
I
me.
seen that, yeah.
I saw you and Caitlin, and for some reason, John keeps getting.
No,
hit
like
and-
everybody. Everybody went out.
I didn't see it.
Huh.
I think they're coming after you in Idaho. You should leave Crapo alone,
Yeah,
brother.
that's Crapo coming to get you.
Yeah, fuck Carapo.
So, Michael,
That wasn't very nice.
any comment on Robin
Come
Hutchison
on,
and Sue Lawless, her partner in crime, Batman and Robin? I think that's what we should call them from now on. Batman and Robin, Sue Lawless and Robin Hutchison. FMCSA.
It's called the
We
Wonder
just
Twins.
we need to like tell them that they can't show up once a month. They can't
I
make no
agree.
rules. They're at least a week out of the month.
Well, I informed our people down in Washington that if transparency doesn't go our way, we're going to ask that Robin Hutchison be removed from the FMCSA and that their budget be taken away. So that is where the National Owner Operators stands. National Owner Operators Association stands on the FMCSA. They are useless anyway, since they admitted that they are not here to regulate brokers, but here to regulate just truckers, which you can't blame them for that. That's what they're here for.
Speaking of that, I
But,
was
but they're
looking
here.
at the
They're here to
freight
give the brokers their MC number, aren't they?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what the Motor Carrier Act says, that a regulator, which was the ICC, which Bill Clinton got rid of in 1996, that was what they were supposed to do. And it looks like they cherry picked what would work and forgot about all the rest. So, yes.
And that's
Who was,
why they got rid of ICC.
I want to switch gears here a little bit and put something on the screen here. This was actually what I was going to touch on for the rest of this week. This is a report that was done back in 1997, 1996, 1997. And our good friend of the National Owner Operators Association, the author of Sweatshop on Wheels, Winners and Losers of Deregulation, Michael Belzer, brought to my attention. This is something from a study that was done by J.B. Hunt in tandem with the U.S. government back in the 90s. It had to do with the correlation between driver pay and safety. This paper explores the safety consequences of increasing truck driver pay. The test case the authors examine involve a large over-the-road truckload firm, which was J.B. Hunt at the time, that on February 25th, 1997, raised wages on average of 39.1%. An analysis that controls for demographic and operational factors, including prior driving experience and experience acquired on the job, suggests that for drivers employed during the lower pay regimen and retained in the higher pay regimen, crash incidents fell. A higher pay rate also led to lower separation probability, but this indirect effect only translated into fewer crashes by increasing the retention of older, more experienced drivers. These findings suggest that human capital characteristics are important predictors of driver safety, but that motivational and incentive factors are also influential. This is what I wanted to touch on for the rest of this week, because this was something that was brought to my attention by Michael Belzer. He is, of course, a professor of economics at Wayne State University. He started out as a truck driver back in the 70s. He was a member of the Teamsters, and he became a professor, and he studies transportation issues. And what he found was that if you increase driver pay, the roads become safer. Not only do the roads become safer, but you retain older, more experienced drivers for longer periods of time, and they in turn train new guys and teach them how to do things correctly, and you have less turnover in the trucking industry. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because this is something that was known back in the mid-90s, and this is the reason why I say we never needed ELDs, and the government knew we never needed ELDs. What we needed was reform. And of course, we lost Jamie during all of that. Michael and Chris, since Michael, you are behind the wheel right now, I hope you have something to say. Go ahead.
Oh, you hope I have something to say. Well, yeah.
How would your life change? I guess I'll do this. Let's say someone came to you and said, no matter what load you're going to decide to do, and Jamie, you're here, and Chris is, well, no, he's not. And Chris, you're here. No matter what load you decided to do, someone said, you're going to get paid 39.1% more, 40% more when that load is finished. No matter what load it was, at the end of that load, when you submitted your invoice, there would be 39.1% more money on that load when you were done. That's the question to Michael, Jamie, and Christopher.
Nowadays, that wouldn't be a whole lot, because 64 cents plus 32 cents is 90. I mean, we'll just figure it out at $1. We're still at $1. So I mean, nowadays that's not very good wages anyway. So I mean, that might have worked before they started, making them absolutely ridiculous. Back when we had, $1.50 or $2 a mile, that would have been, a nice, even amount, and it would have made it so that, running it, you wouldn't have to kill yourself getting there, and try to take that one load that you can't do legally, but if you can get another 30 miles down the road because you can't find a place to park, and you just schedule it out that way, and you can still get that load there on time, even though you're 300 miles over by the time it's all said and done, but you made it legal, quote unquote, to get there, so you could take that one load that paid you enough to pay your bills. I mean, if all the loads were paying enough to pay your bills, then I mean, you could take a load that you could actually get there on time. I don't know.
Jamie, your input on that, and then we'll get to you.
Brother, I was in and out, man. I was messing with my phone and got logged out. I missed the question.
If someone came to you and they said, from now on every load you decided to carry, you would be paid 39.1% more for that load when you invoiced it, how would that affect your safety? How would that affect your at-home time? How would that affect you as an owner-operator?
I'm worried about Michael's ADD safety right now. He was whipping that wheel pretty hard there. but no, it would be great. I mean, I would be able to get out of this truck. I'd be able to go home and spend time with my family. It would be awesome.
Oh yeah, give me one.
I was
Would
turning
you-
the wheel so you see.
Would you decide to stay in this industry longer and maybe help younger guys learn how to be safe and train other guys so they can make trucking a profession and help turnover? One second. We have an issue with. Well, no, it's not Michael. Would you decide to stay in this industry longer? Is I guess my point.
Yes, sir. I sure would. I mean, I don't plan on going anywhere anyways, unless it just gets to where I literally can't make a living. But you know, I've trained a lot of drivers out here, and even took some older drivers with 3 times, 4 times the experience that I got, and had to retrain them because I didn't like the way they done things. You know what I mean? And you know, I just, you know, there's here's what I can tell you about being in the position I was in, managing that company, and nobody could drive a truck unless they come in through me at the company, and went out and teamed with me. And I said that, you know, hey, he's good, he's ready to go. You know, I found that a lot of your older drivers and highly experienced drivers had a lot of bad habits. You know what I mean? And I had to break them bad habits. I had to bring it to their attention, and they resisted at first, man. But I'm like, look, dude, you know, I'm back there trying to sleep, man, and you know, we got to work on this. You know what I mean? But
Right.
you know, I don't mind training people, and I always try to help people out here. Like yesterday, there was a guy in a brand. There was a there was a fella in a brand new Kenworth, beautiful truck, real young. Well, he was. Can you hear me? He was trying to hit
I
a
hear
hole
you.
beside me, and it was super tight. And you know, as soon as I seen him. He was sitting there scratching his head. At first, I asked him if he had a CB. He did not have a CB, and I told him, I said, man, you need to get you a CB for these kind of, at least these kind of instances right here, because I could have talked you in. But I got out of my truck, and it was a real tight spot. But you know, I explained to him what he needed to do, and explained to him why, that he needed to get his trailer over this way, so do this, do that. And it was a real tight hole, but he finally got in there, and he thanked me profusely. And the last thing I told him was, get you a CB, because if you had a CB, I'd never have to get out of my truck. I could have hollered at you on the CB and got you in this hole, told you were safe on my side, so you wasn't sweating or worried about it. But you know, I don't mind helping people, man. I like to help people. If I see somebody struggling, I'm the first one out of my truck. You know, so, but yeah, I mean, if even the way it was before this collapse, I could afford to go home. I was making good enough money that I could go out and work, and I could work 8 months a year and spend 4 months a year at home and make more money than I'm making right now. You know, it's just recently got this bad where I can't afford to really park my truck. I can't afford to get out of my truck because I'm on the verge of losing my business, my truck, and everything else. So it would help greatly.
Thank you. John, I'm coming to you, brother, because this pertains to you as well. Christopher.
Yes.
How
So
would you do I need to say repeat the question?
no,
Okay. Go ahead.
I agree with Jamie. ADD is kind of. I think he's looking at a company driver position, but even then, it's still going to improve the company driver pay. It would also include our pay if we got that 39%, increase, because really that's where we should be. We should be about 40 to 50% more right now on these rates that they're offering. And when you look at the company side paying drivers, they would actually be able to increase their driver pay by at least 15, 20 cents more.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to put something on the screen from Mr. Belzer, who expanded even further. John, are you there? John?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
So I know that you are. I am not going to. John, please tell everyone what business that you're in, if you don't mind.
So I'm in drywall and metal construction,
Okay,
residential and commercial.
got it. And you own your own company, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. And I pose this question to you as well, sir. What if one day you went to work on a job one day and by law you had to be paid 39.1% more for every job you bid on or worked on? That was just the case. It was just the way things had to be because of we're human beings and it's the right thing to do, and people need to be able to take care of themselves properly, buy new tools, build their businesses, pay for health insurance, take care of their children, pay their mortgages. You get 39.1% more from now on. What would that happen to you? How would that affect you and your business?
You mean would I have to struggle month to month anymore? What would it buy me? Would it buy me a lifestyle change? Where I would be able to invest back in my company, but the problem is that I'm only making like 10%. By the time we're all done, said and done, by the time I pay all my taxes, my insurance, my overhead, trucks, guys, I got to do $1 million to make 100. That's not enough, and I am breaking my balls to do 100. So it's extremely hard when everybody's in my pockets, and that's with no problems. That's not with a truck breaking down or my transmission going or hours down to repair the trucks. I mean, that's with no hookups. So that's why a lot of the conversations that we can have, I can relate very well because it's the same exact scenario. So
Right.
they've throttled this down and they've taken all the cream out of it, Mike. There is no cream left.
That's the reason why I wanted you to answer this, because I know that even though you're not a general freight trucker, you still have your own business, and you still have to pay your guys, and you still have to buy materials, and you have to maintain your company. A company is a baby. You have to feed it in order for it to grow and take care of you. And if you are not making money, you can't accomplish that. It's just, this is the basics of business. And I really do have trouble believing that people in Washington don't understand this. Thank you, John. Shane.
Yes, sir.
You are a dispatcher, correct?
Yep.
So I want to test the shit rolls downhill theory. So let's say that you were able to find loads for your clients that were paying them 39.1% more. How would that affect your business?
It'd all be, all in the positive. One thing I will address when you were talking to Jamie, Jamie mentioned training. Look, you want to retain people and train new people you're going to have more time to be able to train and to spend time training them. Right now, everybody's running so damn hard that they don't have time to do anything. You know,
I was going to put. You see, I had this whole show planned, but these people pissed me off today, and I was gonna put that on the screen. This guy Michael Belzer is a genius. He deserves his respect. He's been a Teamster driver since before deregulation. He's got a lot of information. He supports the National Owner Operators Association. He's a great guy, and you know he's just a wealth of information. I'm going to get to some of these comments, but I want to put this on the screen. So this was some of the findings from that study back in the 90s. At the mean, 10%. This is what they found out. By the way, they used a lot of drivers for this pool to get this information. I think something like between 9,000 and 12,000 drivers from large carriers were used. And this is what they found. This is some of the things that they found. At the mean, a 10% higher driver pay rate resulted in 40% lower crash probability. 40%. Can you see my fingers? 40%. At the mean, every 1 cent more. Who is this now? We lost Jamie. At the mean, every 1 cent more in first observed pay led to 11.1% lower crash probability. At the mean pay rate of 34 cents per mile, every 10% higher first observed pay is associated with a 34% lower crash probability. A 10% pay increase is associated with a 6% lower crash probability. At the mean, each year of tenure reduces crashes by 16%. So when you retain older drivers, you reduce crashes by 16%. Higher pay reduces turnover and increases age, experience, and unmeasured characteristics. Let me get this off the screen. So that is the findings of that government-funded study with J.B. Hunt back in the 90s. This is information that the government had. It's not like they didn't have it before they decided to put an ELD in your truck. Christopher, what do you have to say on that, sir? I have more. So a lot of more.
well,
It kind of shows the government's against us. That's all it is.
that right there, the whole thing you just posted. I mean, it just shows the snowball effect to the positive of the whole industry. You know, you think about it. You know, like you were saying before. I believe it was Michael talking about squeezing another load in. You know, well, now you guys, they're not running late for loads. They're not running late for appointments. They're not sitting in lines waiting for guys to, you know, to get unloaded. They're not running behind. They're not rushing, trying to get to the next load. They're not trying to make up all the time. They're actually ahead of the game a little bit. And, you know, you don't have a bottleneck at the shippers or the receivers where they're trying to squeeze someone in, causing an overabundance of delays and detention.
I got something else for you guys.
Well, wait a minute, Mike. Can I ask a question real quick?
Absolutely, brother.
I want to know, like, okay, so if you guys are running, you know, what is the percentage that you guys are making? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a company, is it in the 10 or 12 or 15%? The reason I say is that I want you to use that same metric, and I want that to be applied to the corporate end. Let's see them work on those profits. Let's see them run businesses.
I asked.
You know what I'm saying? So
I asked Van True. He said, no, I would not want to work for that money. He said, no, I would not want to work for free. Because I had to tell him the truth.
Fellas, that's why I can relate so well, because it's not just the trucking industry.
No, it's across the board.
It's across the board, man.
Where is Jamie Anderson? So there were 3 studies they used. Okay. There were 3 studies that were used to show how pay drives safety. And this is the pool that I was talking about, Mr. Anderson. Using driver level data from JB Hunt, we determined the probability of driver crashes using 11,540 drivers and 93,000 driver month observations. Using carrier level data from the National Survey of Driver Wages, we determined the extent to which compensation factors predict carrier crash rates. Using the UMTIP random survey of over-the-road drivers, we determined that driver pay predicts safety outcomes. That sounds like a lot of government bullshit, but yeah, they use some real stuff to come up with all of that. Now, Mr. Belzer is a very intelligent, technical guy, and he's got a lot of charts and graphs here that would take me a little bit of time to figure out. I had appointments scheduled with him to go over all that stuff, but I'm kind of slow, so I didn't want to waste his time. I probably wouldn't have understood it anyway. All this standard deviations and all this other stuff. They've got time.
Well, I can
off.
tell you what a standard deviation is. It's 10%.
Yeah.
On a Benford Stratford IQ score, it's 10%, brother. Is a standard deviation.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with your what you're saying there. I'm looking at all these numbers, and he's got a lot here. I was gonna go over all of this in this week, but I just got sidetracked. But in any case, I don't know. Did we go to Christopher? Christopher,
What's up?
your take on that study from JB Hunt?
Really? With the whole ELD study,
They got a lot of bonuses here. Safety bonuses, on-time bonuses. They got like a whole.
So,
Yeah, they
Mike,
got
who
like a
put that? Who put that study out?
Professor Michael Belzer, John. He is let me give you his resume. So,
Wow.
Professor Michael Belzer is he's a driver, sir. He was a driver. He started his life as a driver. He was a member of the Teamsters. He drove tanker trucks for the Teamsters back in the 70s before deregulation. He decided to go to school and get his education, and he became a professor. And he is head of the economics department at Wayne State University right now. He wrote a book called Sweatshops on Wheels: The Winners and Losers in Trucking Deregulation.
So the reason I ask is who instituted the test and why did he do the test? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did he develop that metric to be able to measure that with all that data? How did he do that?
Well, he gets grants from the government, John. He works in other countries. He goes to other countries and he helps them create and fix their surface transportation issues.
So the reason I say, Mike, is those are the exact metrics that you can take in front of Congress. Those metrics can be granted, and grants can be, to do per se our own study, right?
Yeah, John, he did that.
Well, man, love to talk to that guy, huh?
Oh well, I got a lot of emails here from him. If you want to talk to him, I could definitely.
I want to put this out there. So JB Hunt teamed up with him, and Belzer actually thought they were going to go against JB Hunt on the ELD or ELD. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was going through some of my emails. Go ahead. What was that? Something about JB Hunt?
So Belzer teamed up with JB Hunt to do that study for the ELD.
No, this was over a decade before ELDs. That's my point. This is from 1993 through 1997. This study was done with almost 12,000 truck drivers. Most
That's
of them
when they
were,
did the study for the ELD.
I do not know about that. The ELDs became law.
Either that or J.B. Hunt used that study, one of the two. But
No, the ELDs was way later, Chris.
yeah,
I know it was.
we were just getting to understand the internet pretty much back then, brother. So I would be surprised if that was the case. I mean, I don't know. I was in an entirely other business back then, but I would be surprised. I mean, you remember Amazon went public, I think, in '97. You're talking about the early days of online. So
Yeah, but that study then went where, Mike? You know, and when he did the study in 1995 or 6, you know, where did the study go? Did it go in front of Congress?
he went in front of Congress, I believe, in 2020. He went in front of Congress in 2022 or maybe 2019, I think, and he gave his testimony to Congress on driver safety and pay, and basically it was ignored.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Michael. I can tell you exactly where it went. It went nowhere because it didn't benefit mega carriers and their stance on where they was going.
Yeah.
I was surprised to find that J.B. Hunt cooperated with the study. And this is what we're seeing today. It's one of those things where common sense is right in front of their faces, and they continue to find reasons to ignore it and go with special interest. And because, I mean, let's be honest, they knew that ELDs were not the answer and were not needed. So
It doesn't fit their financial agenda.
Right. So who is benefiting from you having an ELD in your truck? Mike, can you take your...
That's where I got it mixed up. Is when the ELD came up, Michael Belzer actually stood up and showed his study. He showed his study to prove it wasn't going to benefit the industry. It wasn't going to improve the safety or any of it. And they dismissed it.
Oh, yes, it was dismissed. Yes, it was definitely dismissed.
So yeah, I had it mixed up, and Michael Belzer actually stood up against J.B. Hunt on their research.
Yes, sir. That is all correct, sir. Yes. This study is very clear. This was not a study, a small study. I think John can attest to this. This was not a small study where only 20 drivers was used. This was a very large, expensive study done over a long period of time with almost 12,000 drivers, and they did multiple tests. They gave people a certain amount. I'm not getting in depth here, but I have a report that is very thick that goes into detail everything that they did. They sent people home for the weekend. They allowed people to spend more time with their families. They gave people paid time off. They tracked all this data. And what they found is that people were more safe. They worked longer. They stayed in their positions longer. They were able to stop turnover. Drivers were not leaving early. They were staying to drive longer, more years. They were willing to train younger drivers to be safe. This is just common sense.
Were they living past 61?
In every other industry. You know what I mean? So, but they needed a study of 12,000 people in order to prove this. And it was done, and it's there, and it's been there since the mid-90s. So none of this is a mystery to anybody in transportation that makes rules and regulation. My point is, there was never a need for an ELD in your truck, and they knew it.
No.
And this is the proof.
Hey,
ELDs don't make the road safer.
hey, thanks
Paying-
for having me up, Mike. I gotta bounce. But thanks,
You
guys.
got it, brother. You got it.
Have
Anytime.
a great rest of the night, all right?
You
Have
too,
a good
sir.
night, John.
Take care, John.
You too.
Later, Bubba.
ELDs don't make the road safer. Paying people what they're supposed to get paid makes the road safer. Let's go to some comments. It's common sense, or should be. When a person is paid accordingly, they tend to feel valued and appreciated, and will in turn strive to do a good job overall. This is for a majority of people, not all. I agree with that.
Yeah. 100 on that.
Someone said, I'll have new tires and brakes. Yeah, that's what I told Ted Cruz. People can't afford to be safe.
Yeah, that would be extremely nice to be able to get new tires and brakes.
Right. You're about to do brake safety blitzes next week, and people are out here trying to figure out how to feed themselves. You know what I mean? People can't afford to be safe, and you know this. A bunch of comments here.
That's what we've been screaming all along.
Somebody's, oh, Jamie, you want me to do some screenshots? Sorry, I just saw.
Well,
that.
I done a couple of them. I couldn't share it in the live in the comments. You can't do a screenshot in there. But that's something that went around on Twitter today. Hey, y'all, check out my office, man. Y'all think we're bullshitting out here? These people sitting in these trucks, running these trucks. Check this out. There's one of my tablets. There's my
Nice.
computer. There's
Oh,
my
shit.
other tablet.
Man.
Yep.
I mean, we roll in these trucks. When you get in these positions and become a small carrier, you got a whole office in your truck, man. You know,
That looks like one of those Wall Street. That looks like one of those Wall Street day trader setups, bro.
brother, I got as many screens as you got, Mike.
I think you got more.
They're just smaller.
Plus, I got the smartwatch back there to go too with its own phone line and service.
There you go. There you go. You know, you got to stay connected, brother. I mean, you have to. Information is key. Whoever has information is gonna win, and you know, I got to give it to you. You know, you got to have all that. I will put this up here on the screen. I got this one from Mr. Anderson. Goes by the Texas Trucker on Twitter. The funny thing I've been out here driving OTR for some years. That's long haul trucking to people who concern themselves with racist bridges. And I don't see any more construction than before the bill. What gives? My truck gets a beating daily out here. You got that right.
That was in response to Buttigieg saying that the infrastructure bill was a success and they were repairing all the state of the infrastructure is so much better.
Right, I should have went down more. Yes, I have that.
No, I think I need to go record going down through Colorado because there ain't no infrastructure being fixed nowhere in that state. You got to get a new alignment done every time you go in that damn state.
Yeah.
So Michael,
that's going to hit you more than anybody over there, Mike. They're talking about taking in, especially in New York. They're talking about taking the highways and running everybody down through the towns.
Yeah.
Good luck with that with New York.
No, that's what they're saying, especially in upstate. They're saying that
I read that. He's right. Yeah, I read that.
That'll be funny when people are driving through those dips.
Tell you something.
They won't be able to keep the roads.
Hey, look at this.
Good luck getting freight to New York.
Listen to me. New York is the biggest not in my backyard state you ever gonna see, brother.
Yep.
You might not believe it, but it is. Once they say something like that, you're gonna see 80-year-old women and 95-year-old men holding signs in the street, and that will be the end of that. That is that. Trust me, it will not happen.
Well, that's good because I don't want to drive through the streets of New York.
Yeah, you can't. Listen, I almost got beat up. You know, I'm gonna take this down real quick. I was at some sort of event for the kids that they do over here every year before they go to school last month, and they got the bounce houses and they popcorn and all that other shit, and I'm there, and it's sponsored by the Queensboro president, right? I live in Queens, so I'm there, and all these political people are there, and we start going back and forth about trucking issues. And these people are old, old women and older people. Brother, I thought I was going to get the shit beat out of me. To be quiet, I'm being very honest with you. I was just a little bit I felt just a little bit threatened. You know what I mean? And they were going at me because they don't want people to park their tractors next to the public parks there. So they were telling me that that's illegal. They're not supposed to be doing that, blah, blah, blah. I said, but first of all, it's not illegal in every area. You can park your tractor next to a public park. It depends on the zoning. If it's commercial, you can park a tractor. And they were damning me to hell for saying that. And I pointed you see that sign? What does it say? It says tractors can park here. Semi trucks can park here between those hours. So he is within his right to put that tractor there right now. And she basically spit on my shoes. In New York, this is what you deal with. You know what I mean? They just absolutely hate trucks. They don't want to see them. And you will never see that type of a rule get passed in a place like New York. You'll never see trucks driving down in front of people's houses. First of all, New York is old as shit. They can't. Every once in a while, I get a truck get lost on my block, and he rips off all the telephone lines all the way down the block. So they can't. It's stupid. It's not going to happen. So go ahead, Shane. I see you want to chime in.
There's actually a law on the books, and they only really enforce it in Manhattan. But that same law with the 53-foot tractor trailers and the hours, that's also supposed to be implemented in the 5 boroughs. But they don't enforce it. They don't enforce it in the other boroughs, only in Manhattan.
Which law is that?
Isn't it?
You're not supposed to operate a 53-foot tractor trailer within certain hours in the daytime. It's supposed to be from 11 o'clock in the evening till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
isn't it actually illegal to operate a 53-footer on Long Island?
No.
Hell no. You can operate. That's the best place to do it. They got more space. They set up for it. You know what I mean? Yo, at least twice a year, I lose all the power. I lose the internet. I lose everything because some dude comes flying down my block in a tractor. And he rips off all the power cables all the way down the block. And it's actually crazy because we got to help him back out. All the families come out of the street and they help him back out. And then Con Edison comes and they re-put up the lines and the cable company. You'll never see it happen. It can't happen. They're too high. They rip off all the lines. It's stupidity. It's never going to happen. Let's Chris, I don't know. Did somebody want to chime in on that before we move on? I have
I say good luck to New York.
You said what?
That's all I gotta say. Good luck to New York.
We're past luck, bro. Save your luck. So you keep it for Idaho. New York's a lost cause, man. You save who you could save. New York's done. It's like California.
That's exactly why I said it.
It's done. Worry about the rest of the country. New York is a lost cause, bro. $178 for every crack pothole on their road. Hey, listen. These guys, it's $178, but let me tell you something. A 12-inch crack takes 6 months to repair here in New York, and they make sure it's done properly. And everything is shut down. 2 lanes of traffic turns into a half a lane for 6 months, and they got every piece of machinery there. But that 12-inch crack is going to be perfect at the end of 6 months, bro.
But the other end of that 12-inch crack will crack as soon as they're done, so they got more work.
Yo, you ever go over here on the what is it, the Van Wyck?
Oh my God!
How old are you, Shane?
Me? 49, brother.
Yo, you remember back in the 80s they were working on that fucking section of the Van Wyck? They're still working on it right now, bro. They're still working on it. I'm gonna take pictures tomorrow. When I pick my
Mike, that sounds like Illinois. They've been working.
You talking about?
They've been
about
working
Richmond
on
Avenue, right?
Yeah, man, they're still working on it, bro. Let's see. If I go to New York, I'm picking up Mike or I'm stealing one of your drives. Brother, if you come to New York, dial my phone number. I'll drive out to you and I'll make sure you make it where you need to go safely. I don't have no problems with it, brother. Let me tell you, New York is like California a little bit, man. 20 minutes, I'm wherever I need to be. It ain't a problem. The only problem is, man, New York is very old. The infrastructure is shit. Everything is low. None of the signs are exactly what they're supposed to be. So if you come here in a truck, you're going to get the shit shaved off unless you know what you're doing. So that's the problem. New York is run by fools. It's not your fault. You have common sense. The people that run this state do not. So,
stay off the parkways.
Yeah, stay off. Please. It's if you come
That's
to
most
New York,
of the Northeast.
ask for premium money. Don't do it for garbage money. New York's a nightmare. Somebody said I hit bridges. Yeah.
That's not good.
Hey, I remember one time I got a truck stuck in an overpass. Yo, so we're standing there looking at this shit. It's wedged in the overpass, right? And somebody said, Mike, let's take all the air out of the tires and let's back it out. And I said, yo, man, that's a good idea. And because it wasn't totally destroyed. I mean, it was cracked open and it was wedged in there, but we didn't want to make it worse. So we did it. And we backed the shit out and it was fine. We took it to the Mexicans over by Shea Stadium when Shea Stadium was there. It's Citi Field now. They had all the places there. The Mexicans got up there with the ladder and they sealed the hole, the aluminum, and they did an excellent job, bro. That was when you could get things like that done in New York.
That's where the chop shops were.
Yeah, right there by Shea Stadium. Those were the good old days, Shane. It's all gone now. It's all gone, bro. It looks like an amusement park.
New York, the height signs, they vary. There's the white ones and the yellow ones. You got your white that says 12.6 or 13.6. Those are measured from the hub up. Yeah, the other ones, it's vice versa. And the other ones are measured from the ground up. So, I mean, I used to, when I first went down Liberty Avenue over there by Farmers, I was hanging out the window, man. There's about 2 inches of clearance over top of the truck.
Right. Right. Hey, you know what my guys used to do to me all the time? You know what really sucks about New York? The infrastructure is old, but so are the trees, right?
Yeah.
So you notice you have those trees, right? They're like 300 years old, right? George Washington used to give speeches in front of them, right? And then it's got that one branch that's sticking out like this in the middle of the street, right? My guys used to always crash into that one branch, right? And one time, one of my trucks came in. I have multiple trucks. So the guy, the driver's trying to make everything's normal and everything. And I was crazy back then. I would inspect every truck and take the paperwork from every driver and all the money and everything from every driver before I released them. So they would come into the yard and I'd look at the truck. And for some reason, something seemed off about this truck. And I looked up, and it was a big hole in the top of the truck, in the passenger corner. So I said, "What the hell is that hole? That wasn't there when you left this morning." He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "What was that hole? What? There's a big ass hole. What do you mean? What I'm talking about? You don't see that hole?" So he said, "Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. How the hell did you not notice that hole, bro? There's a big hole in the truck." I said, "There are branches coming out of the top
Playing
of the
dumb
truck.
with a New Yorker.
There's branches and leaves coming out of the top of the truck. What did you hit, bro?" I didn't hit anything. I don't. He looked at the other guy, the co-driver. Did you hit anything? I didn't hit anything. No, I didn't hit anything. I said, "Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go to the back of the truck." Open the door. Yo, he opens the door. Apples everywhere. There was apples. Oh, the whole floor of the truck was filled with apples, bro. Apples.
Well, at least-
and branches.
At least you
I
know what
said,
kind of tree you hit.
I said, "You hit a fucking apple tree and kept going? You didn't even stop? Look at all, you took the whole tree down, bro. Look at all the apples in here. You couldn't even see the floor." Yo, Mike, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I hit an apple tree. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want you to be mad, but I'm sorry, yo. I said, "Yo, man, just go home. Just please, leave me alone." He shaved the whole top. But that's New York, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. And those are the dangers of putting trucks on the public streets in New York, and that's the reason why it will never happen. This is New York, you know what I mean? The infrastructure here is horrible. The trees hang over, trucks are always bashing into them, and it's not going to happen, bro.
Well, you
And that's
can't
coming from somebody who runs a trucking company out of New York. So
I took
You
a
I can
damn
tell you
over.
it's not gonna-
I
can't
took a
make the
damn
turns either.
oversized flatbed load down there to the Bronx, right downtown, and I felt a teeny bit conspicuous over there.
Oh, yeah.
I had to tarp that sucker. It was huge. I was sure glad when I got out there. It took me 2.5 hours to go 2.5 miles up there.
Been through it all.
mean, I've been through it all many a times too, but I just don't run it anymore now that I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't run New
Yeah.
York. I don't run Chicago. I don't run California.
Yeah, I found
I'll do
it.
it.
California out the hard way.
I'll do anything for the right money, and 9 times out of 10, the money ain't right. So I don't do it. I do want to do one plug, if I may, throw myself out there. If I can find it really quickly here, I'd just like everybody to know that the National Owner Operators Association fuel card is dropping next Tuesday. That is the launch date that I got today. So that is actually going to be available finally on Tuesday. I was told today that we have the actual physical cards, so that will be dropping. If you're interested in
Nice.
National Operators Association fuel card, you can join NOAA at www.tnooa.com.
Oh, wait a minute. You're trying to shove that down people's throat again? Oh my God, Mike. Jesus.
Straight down.
Right?
Straight down. Straight down. Shane knows what that one means. Straight down to your throat, buddy. Yeah, I got.
Oh, I
got-
know what it means too. And I
got a pen with it. Let's see. I'm not done.
Sorry, Mike. I had to.
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, you're right for doing it. I'm totally.
Yeah.
So the fuel card, if I may continue, the fuel card comes with a nationwide tire program, which can get you up to 53, 52, 53% off on tires for many of these major manufacturers all over the country. It also comes with a PM service added to it, so you can get your trucks PM'd at any of these places anywhere in the country. These do not cost you more. You're automatically enrolled in both of these two programs as soon as you sign up for the National Owner Operated. Damn, I got a headache. National Owner Operators Association fuel card, and that is dropping on Tuesday. This is a real fuel card, so you will have to apply for it. It is not prepaid, and yes, you can use it to fix your credit. They will report to the credit agencies for you. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to us here, or you can email us at info@tnooa.com. Let me get this off the screen now. Thank you for humoring me for a couple of seconds, and let's go to some statements. What about tires? Wow. Yes, I will put that on back on this. I'm pretty sure that's a joker, but we will humor it. Yes, there goes the tires.
Oh God!
Oh God!
Oh boy! Moving on.
Hey, where can I find these services? I mean, you don't have any damn services.
Yeah.
Where's my benefit from the membership?
Right. Everybody's got a complaint. Let's see. I think I got something that just came through here.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when you update your computer and you can't find nothing on the damn thing? I updated to new Windows 11, and now I don't know where nothing is on that son of a bit.
You know what I hate? I hate when the last computer I used was Windows XP, and
Man,
now
that's
they've
been
got
forever ago.
and now they got this damn
you
new.
talking about a decade ago, bro.
But here's
Right.
the thing. Here's the thing. I used to do programming with that stupid piece of shit. Now I can't
Michael.
even figure out how to use it.
Hey, Michael.
What's up?
I got a question for you here.
Okay.
We got somebody watching. Says, can they get free tires? I'm fielding that one to you, since you just put new tires on your truck. What they cost you? $7,000?
Oh God!
With the discount with RTS, I still paid $4,500 for my drives and $1,800 for my steers, and my trailer's another $4,200. So you figured out it's 12,000. almost free.
Yeah, it's almost free. You got a good deal. That's okay.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Speaking of which, I need some trailer tires. So, what is our price on Firestones?
They just
I
said
won't-
get them from the container
won't-
next to the shops.
Yeah, sure.
They're free.
I won't have that information until next week. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to figure on that one.
Say, let me make an observation, y'all.
Okay, we're gonna give Jamie the floor. Go ahead.
Observe.
I'm watching this hurricane, right, and it's about to clear the coast. It's about to clear the coast over on what is it, North Carolina, South Carolina?
I hear it
I'm
outside.
I'm telling you right now, brother, that storm ripped through here, man. In Texas, they get over Texas and they just sit there, man.
Yeah, we had
Dude,
tornado warnings earlier.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, I'm used to them lasting for days, man, days and days and days. That sucker come through and was gone.
I got one more for you. Yeah, Jamie, you're right. Some of these hurricanes in certain areas, I'm in New York, they usually just last for a few hours and then they move on.
Even the
it's the
hurricanes
worst.
don't like New York.
Yeah.
It's where the atmosphere is.
Yeah.
Well, I talked to a broker today, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna need trucks on Friday to haul ice down to Florida." So I'm getting with him and trying to come up with a plan to run back and forth and run under an exemption and run ice to help them people down in Florida.
25 cents a mile.
No.
Keep me posted on that, bro. Nah, that's relief stuff, bro.
Yeah, that's good
So,
money, brother.
I know.
The national, yeah, I do that all the time down
They'll pay you to take it over there, and then pay you to sit there and idle your truck, and pay you per day for sitting there and holding the
Yep.
ice and idling your truck.
It's pharma.
The National Owner Operators Association Truck and Trailer Parts Department is available for NOAA members. Free shipping for all members, minimum $200 purchase. You can find out more about the parts division at www.knooa.com. Yes, I think that was left out. We do offer trailer parts as well. It's full parts department, deep discounts, sometimes 50%, 60% discount. I think Jamie, you bought some parts through the parts division.
Yeah, we bought a clutch fan for a cat that we were having real problems finding. When we did find it, it was like $1,400 or $1,500 for a new one. There was a place down there where we was at that wanted $800 to rebuild ours, and it was going to take them some days to get the parts in and do it. Well, we got it from the association through Fleet Pride for $750, and it was a brand new one, and we got it delivered there the next day, so it worked out really well.
What year truck is it?
That was a 2005 T600 with a C15 Caterpillar. T600 Aerodyne. Pardon me.
No, I got you. You know, I'm glad that you were
I
able to
have
get.
a 760 Bobo.
Yeah. He's got a 760 Volvo.
Oh, I'm in this damn Cascadia. I love it, man. I've been in this truck. I've had this truck for 4 years, and dude, this truck is home to me, man. I love it.
So since we're talking trucks now, what about that Coronado?
I've never had one, but the people I work for had one, and it was a 6 1/4 cat with a 18 speed, and they had nothing but problems out of it.
Yeah, they're snap togethers. They're damn Legos snapped together.
Yeah.
It was a super nice truck. I mean, it was a condo, and it was a super nice truck. But I mean, they had nothing but problems out of it.
A lot of those Coronados came as glider kits too.
And that was back when it was a damn near new truck. So.
Okay. So what else?
I don't know.
Well, we could put the tire discount up again.
Yeah.
TNOA. I mean,
Jamie, did you say that was in 2012?
No, that T600 is mine. Mine is a 13. That T600 is a 05.
The one that you needed the clutch fan for.
Yeah, it's an 05. Old T600 Aerodyne.
Got it.
When you get a chance, look in your emails, Mike. I sent you a Freight Waves article. They were talking about transparency with TIA. Just look at. You might have seen it, but it was back from 2020. You got to see some of the comments that TIA made in there.
I will definitely look at that. I think I already saw it. Jamie, what motor's in there? You said
the C15 Caterpillar.
Oh, my motor. How do you like my motor?
6NZ.
I prefer the 6NZ. That C15 has got a 20% let off in compression. When you get up, it's got the dual turbos, and it just
no.
Compared to the 6NZ, it's really gutless.
Okay, so
that duo turbo was their idea of getting around the DFS.
The motor is built on the same frame as the 6NZ, but the turbos, if you take the turbos off and go with a single turbo and have it tuned, it's an awesome motor. But until you do that, it's really a turd.
Jamie, how much did you get that clutch fan for?
Huh?
Ow.
How much did you get that clutch fan for?
$750.
I got it for $724.
Well, that might have been what it was with tax and everything. It was around $750, I believe.
Yeah, I could probably get that a lot less now. Yeah, this is good prices, man. You know that damn thing costs $2,100.
Well, through Kenworth, it was 1,600, and they couldn't get it. It was on back order.
Everything's on back order.
Yeah.
Nah, I got this in stock. I got this in stock, bro. You want another one?
No, how much is the oil cooler? How much is the oil cooler for that?
All I got to do is press reorder. It'll ship it right to your house.
How much is the oil cooler for that, Mike?
You said oil cooler?
Uh-huh.
Let me check. Oil cool. I'm new at this, bro. So you got to give me.
I got a guess on that. More than you want to spend.
Not here. These prices are crazy.
It's still more than you want to spend nowadays.
I'll be honest with you. These prices are all right, and I ain't even bullshitting you. I would buy.
Oh yeah. Well, we got that transmission for that guy. $21,000 transmission we got for $11,000. I mean, that's pretty good discount.
Oil cooler. Oil cooler. What brand you want? They got a bunch of them here. I got one for $260. I got one for $225. I got one for $256. What brand you want? Oh, Jamie lost his mic. $800. Jamie, can't hear you, bro.
I had to change headsets. It kicked me off. My cousin just went and got one. His went out. Remember, I showed you them pictures I had to go do the rescue mission on. Well, He put one on there. He went to a buddy of ours over the wrecking yard, said he had to go and put one on there, and now he's heading back out of Laredo, and he's doing the same thing again. So evidently that one was bad. He got it for $100, but now he's got to go and get all the oil out of the system again. And dude, he can't keep his truck on the road, man. It is really killing us out here, bud.
Did you send me a picture of that the other day?
Yeah, I had to go rescue him, man. He was at a truck stop and woke up, and there was oil all down the front of his bumper, all over the front. It was pushing out the radiator where the oil cooler sprung a leak.
They got it here for $225, brand new.
Yeah. Well, we may have to order one because
$750, $764. $225. Plus, I think we get more discounts. I think you get another 5% off or some shit like that.
Well, like I said, we may have to order one, man, because he's killed his truck, man. He's run about a week and a half out of the last month and a half, and it's really got us in a bind because all the bills are coming out of what I'm doing, dude. And I can't. There's no way I can continue to support two trucks and two on one truck right now. There's no way.
Literally. We lost Mike?
No, I hear.
Oh. Nah, Jamie, I feel you, brother. It ain't easy, man.
We lost Chris.
We lost Chris. I see Chris here, but no, I hear you. It's tough, man. It is. It's tough. We got I walk into TA Love Shops, ask the guy at the counter. Yeah, I ordered all the parts to put a new truck together. Just wondering if they all came in yet. That's fucking funny. He probably went in the back to look. I'm trying to build up 12 grand in case I need a new DD15. I think you might need a little more than that, bro.
Yep.
But yeah.
A new motor, 40 grand.
Yeah, I would never. I don't like the DD motor.
Who we have working the website? I have a company that is, in my opinion, an excellent company. They are here in New York. Good people. They do websites for unions and associations only. They handled all the administration of the website, everything behind the curtain. They handle all that stuff. I have nothing to do with the administration of the website. They've done excellent work up until now. I have no problems with them. I think they do a great job, and they handle the website. I hope that answers your question. Good people. They're much better than the people that we hired before this to do the website. They were very bureaucratic, and actually we would have only been 1 month old had we waited for them to build the website. So this company swooped in. They got this done in a matter of weeks and within our budget. And I have no issues with the website. I think it came out excellent, in my opinion. So I hope that answers your question. I think that I am pretty much done. I don't have anything else to add. Does anyone have anything else to add here? I am looking through everything. I think we touched on some good stuff here, man, especially this, crash study.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I sent you a picture of my hitchhiker. Can you put him up on the screen so everybody can see him? It's on your
I don't
phone.
have.
I texted
Yeah,
you a picture of my hitchhiker.
I'll do it tomorrow because it's going to take me some effort to get it off of my phone and put it onto the screen here.
Just look at my hitchhiker. Tell me what you think of him.
Well, if he's a raccoon, I can tell you I can't stand them, but I will definitely, we will touch on that tomorrow.
I had 2 of them.
One member was correct on a link to show benefits and discounts, so anyone landing on the site could see that. The issue on Facebook earlier is correct, no link. I am not going to touch that one again. I am exhausted. I'm tired.
Just tell them what the link is called. Just tell them what the link is called real quick. Just help them out. I mean, they obviously can't read.
Oh, what link are you talking about? Oh,
a link on the damn website for the list of stuff we provide.
I don't know. The list of services is right now in that same stream, and we post it on the screen pretty much every day. I will do it again. I think I already have it here. Let me look.
Hooked on phonics.
You guys know where there it is.
Yeah.
Hey, going back to this stuff.
I don't know what link you're talking about.
Right.
That's it.
There is no. I can see it when I go in, but that might be because I'm a paid member. But maybe we just need to put a link that's about Noah or something, and that just pops up.
That's because you're logged in.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Jamie,
It doesn't pop up when you first go into it until
Jamie.
you log in.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
somebody said if you keep talking shit about that engine, it's gonna be on, bro.
What's the DD15
Yeah.
or the C15A cert?
The
Which
DD.
one?
She said you might just catch a bad one, bro.
I'm
You
a
say you
Cummins
looking-
man.
She said
I'm a
you looking
Cummins
real.
man.
You looking real comfortable right now, but that might not be the case if you keep talking about the DD15.
I'm having to update my computer, man. I hadn't been. Yeah, I had just having to update Chrome and everything else, man. It just went out. But I am pretty comfortable. I got me a lot of rest today, man. I got me some sleep. I was tired. And I'm just chilling now. I got me a shower and something to eat, and I'm just at home in my office, just doing what I do, just messing around.
Brother, you gotta take care of yourself. That's number one. Nothing else matters if you're sick. So I'm glad to hear that. You got to take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Only if you are a member can you see it. I mean, it's all in the Facebook group, and the Facebook group is free.
Just
I
pin
don't
it,
know what
pin
else
it to the
say.
top. Just pin it to the top. Then they can find it.
I thought I did, but okay.
Yeah,
I will.
yeah, you did a few months ago, and
Well, I'll just
I
keep on reposting it daily. I'll just copy it and repost it. Just pin it to the top so that I can copy it and repost it for people that don't know what the hell's going on.
Here's the thing: the only ones that's asking for it is ones that's been part of the group for at least 5-6 months.
Yeah, but I'm just
If
going to
not
annihilate the
longer.
problem, and when I get
If
up in the
not
morning, I'm just
even
going to repost
longer.
it.
Harley must have just got up from a good nap and had a good meal, because she's going in on me with this services not being able to be seen. She's saying visitors, not members, won't see it. I don't understand that statement, because if you're a member, you have access to exactly what's on the screen right now.
What
You
she's
have
saying-
to log in.
what
What
do,
they're
Mike,
basically saying is they want it so that they can see the services when they go to the web page before they sign up, so they can see what their services are going to be.
yes.
But I mean, we posted it in the room 9 million times. Like I said,
Yeah,
I'll avoid the
exactly.
situation and just pin it to the top, and I will repost it every day. Every day I'll go in there and repost it for whoever wants to see it. We'll have it about 40 times by the end of the week.
As a non-member visiting the site, this is what you see on benefits and discounts. Yeah. Visitor to site. Okay, well, I feel like
Here's what I gotta say. Here's what I gotta say. So, you want to be a member of NOAA? It's part of backing us up. It's part of being the movement. It's part of having our voices heard in Washington. Okay? It's us getting these legislations brought forth to protect us in the future. That's what it's about. It's not about the services.
They're
I had
just an
a-
added benefit.
I had a comment.
Yeah, exactly. The services are an added benefit. Don't join
There's
don't
30 of them.
join the. Yeah.
Ow.
I mean, this point is valid. That this next one I'm going to put up there. I'm going to work on it, Harley. We've been at this 3 months. You gotta please just bear with me. I'll take care of it. It'll be fixed. Okay, I'm going to work on it. So this came yesterday. Sean Michael White posted this. I don't remember the exact post where this comment was made. It says, oh, it was a DAT post. I remember that. It was a DAT post. Price gouging is illegal. If carriers decided to do that, they would be punished. But if DAT does that, that's okay. Especially because they do not represent the majority of this industry, small owners.
No, they're
my
rewarded.
Right.
Yep.
My response was, and DAT and Truck Stop are both members of TIA, and they both sit on the board of directors of the TIA. People have to understand that this is a fraud on a massive scale. Thank you for your support. I forgot to post that yesterday, so I'm posting it today. You guys can comment on that if you want. It's up to you. That's great.
I already commented on it on the post.
No, I wanna comment on it, man. I do,
Sure.
because that's
Sure.
my
Go,
thing.
go.
Y'all know I'm drilling down on the that Truck Stop and sonar. That's been my. I mean, I'm in the fight on everything, but that's been what I've been. My major focus has been here the last month. We have proven that their data is flawed, at best, nefarious at worst. They've come out and said it, and now we've seen them go in and make changes to the way they're collecting data, put disclaimers in there or whatever about their data because they're trying to cover their own asses because they know we're at them. We are working on.
Here's the thing, Jamie. Here's the thing. They wouldn't be doing a damn thing about it if it wasn't NOAA that was calling them on it, because they don't want that information out in as many people as we have and as many people as we're getting. They don't want that information out, because I already called them on that a long time ago. I point blank asked them, "Are you stupid?" Because if I were you, I would be, trying to get a little bit on the trucker side, because there's only about 5 times more of us, and if you're looking for numbers, you're not going to have any numbers.
There's 35 times more truckers than there are.
Right. Well,
so
I know, but what?
That's actual.
I don't want
I'm just giving you
technical numbers, bro.
I'm giving you technical numbers.
I know, but this is what I was saying to them previous to NOAA ever existing, previous to ever getting involved with Mike or anything else. I called these MFs on this 2 years ago, and I also called them on the fact that supposedly they're not supposed to be able to post it in a different area. And I called them on it, took pictures of it, sent it to them, and showed them where they had posted it in 5 different areas, and it still wasn't where it was supposed to be. And that particular load, get this, okay, said it picked up in Salt Lake. Guess where it picked up at? Just take a wild guess. It said it picked up in Salt Lake. Oh, well, you're close. I mean, it was right there. Now I can't even remember the name of it, but it's just up from Vegas. There's ice cream place. No, up by the casino
Ontario.
up there. No, going towards
Carson
Phoenix,
City?
bro.
Oh, towards Henderson.
Henderson, yep. Henderson,
Okay.
Nevada.
Let me point something out to you, ADD. Here's the difference. The difference in what you've done on email or text or however you've done it. Here's the difference where we're at today that's made them make the changes, okay? And I want you to listen to me because this is important. It's a lot different when you send somebody an email, when you send somebody a text, to when you get them in a live space and it is exposed in a live space in front of 1,000 people and shared out among 1 million people. There's a lot of difference in the way it was approached and them coming public and putting the information out there that showed that their information, their data that they're putting out and promoting and controlling rates and lanes in public, a public setting, is a lot different than sending somebody an email. So once they done that and he realized what he'd done, he all of a sudden started having connection issues. The guy's smart. He's smarter than Rutherford because he realized what he had done and he started having connection issues and dropped out of the space after he done figured out he put his foot in his mouth. All right.
Right.
So we continued down the path, and then the next thing you know, he blocked me completely off of all the platforms. I can't even get on FreightWaves anymore. Because he knows that I exposed him. I played the sucker and let him think that I was stupid and went around and was really polite, really kind to him, digging down on it, and I got him to expose himself, and then he realized what he had done. So the changes you're seeing now is in relation to that, because it's different. Like I said, it's 100% different thing when you're looking at a live public setting and get exposed versus somebody sending you an email complaining about something.
Oh no,
So-
I wasn't just complaining in email, but I get what you're saying. When you actually put them on the world stage, it's a different story. But what I'm saying is, I exposed this a long time ago, and they said they were going to work on it, and they said this and that and the other,
Yeah,
and I just told them point blank, they were full of shit, and they.
They had no
It's-
intentions of working on it. They was
I
trying to
know.
mollify you because they didn't have to. Because you being a lone voice and telling them that they're bullshit, I've done the same thing. I've called Dat on the phone and got and done the same thing with them over the phone. Nothing come of it. But when you go to exposing it publicly, it's a whole different realm, a different ball game. He realized he opened himself up for libel or for antitrust by admitting that pretty much what's controlling the spot market and the biggest majority of carriers in transportation is misleading or false data at best, nefarious at worst.
Yeah.
So
And-
that's how you and I it took me weeks of poking the bear and hitting them with stuff before they finally replied. And then he came into the space where I was at and opened himself up more, and he opened Pandora's box, brother, and he realized that. The dude's smart enough to realize what he had done, So it's something that's been exposed, and now it's all about exploiting that and using that to our advantage. I can play a dumbass really well, you know what I mean? But
Me too.
there's a method to the madness.
Mhm. You're right. I hear you.
I'm
Yeah.
drilling down on ATA, and I've been drilling down on ATA and TIA right now, and I'm just waiting for the day one of the heads come in and take the bait. You know what I mean? I'm a hunter, brother. I'll stake a motherfucker down out there and stake myself down and play victim, and then when they open themselves up, I come in for the kill, brother. I'm not quitting. They're going to expose themselves. I'm going to make them expose themselves. I'm
No.
going to play the dumbass.
Jamie, TIA will never confront you. They will use
Nope.
freight waves to confront.
Well,
They will
Freightways
never
has
confront.
Freightways has done blocked me, brother. They don't want nothing else to do with me because they figured. I think they figured out that I'm not the dumbass they thought I was. You know what I
And
mean?
that's where TIA is going to have
I
to
think
come
they
out
figured out
because
that
everybody's
Jay-
blocking them.
I think they figured out that I'm dangerous.
No, Jamie. They came in and watched our live show after we weren't on it no more, so that we didn't know they were watching it, and they figured out that we're not dumbasses, and they went, "Oh shit, we're in trouble."
And you know what, Mike is exactly right. And when you're talking about DAT, here's a perfect example of it. It's buried in their website, but if you look, you can find it. It's a disclaimer, and basically in this disclaimer, it's basically telling you, use our information as is and at your own risk. We do not stand behind any of this information. We are not suggesting that you use this information to make any type of informed decision on whether or not you are going to accept a load from anyone. Do your own research. They use words and they're in bold. Your sole responsibility. Own risk as is.
Previous to actually doing my own research on TIA or on DAT and Truck Stop, previous to actually doing my own research, as they say in that little thing right there, I thought that they actually gave a shit about their company. But after doing my research, I know that they're just part of the machine, and I know that they would never do anything about it. But yeah, I brought it to their attention.
Look, let me explain this. Think about this. Go ahead.
Litigation of liability. In no event will we be liable to you for any direct loss of profits, revenues, opportunities, goodwill, use, or data. This type of statement is it just speaks volumes for everything that we've been talking about DAT. You know what I mean? And you know, if you look in their website, you will find this. And when a company does something like this, they're basically telling you that their product is shit.
Yep.
And if you use it, you're on your own.
Mega broker
For
shit.
all these-
Mega
and for
broker
all
shit.
these people, and for all these people that stand there and act like DAT and Truck Stop are the Bible, they really need to think about where they're getting their information from, because they're not regulated information outlets. No one regulates the information that you are relying on to make informed decisions about how you're going to run a load or run your business. And that's exactly what me and this guy here, Sean Michael White, that's what he pointed out. And that's what I said in my response. He's exactly right for saying that. And if you, look, it's a fraud. It is all a fraud. The transportation industry is built on fraud, and it is going to collapse eventually, with or without anyone shutting down or anything. It is going to collapse because all frauds do.
Speaking of which, are we announcing the new vacation? Not tonight.
Not tonight.
All right.
We're coming up on 3 hours, and I really didn't want to do a show
one
tonight
thing.
anyway.
Well, you knew when you started the show we were going to be at 3 hours, bro. You know this.
Okay.
Look,
Let me
Hello?
throw something in here, Mike.
Hello?
hold on, Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Okay.
Jennifer's been waiting patiently.
Yeah.
Just thought. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Mine's quick.
Yeah,
I know some people saw the video that I put up today on the little TikTok type thing, but for those that didn't, I just want to say, I'm going to read it. There was a video that said NBA or NFL, and they gave
Oh,
stats.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
36
that. I saw
accused.
That's Congress.
36
It's Congress.
36. I'm going to get up there and slap
Let
you.
her
Wait a minute.
finish, goddammit.
36 accused of spousal abuse, 7 arrested for fraud, 19 accused of writing bad checks, 117 have directly or indirectly helped to bankrupt 2 or more businesses, 3 have done time for assault, 71 cannot get a credit card, 14 are arrested on drug-related charges, 8 arrested for shoplifting, 22 are defendants in lawsuits currently, 84 arrested for drunk driving. Nope, it's not the NBA or the NFL. It is the 435 members of the U.S. Congress. So when you talk about frauds, I just feel like that's, you're in a position, you're in leadership. Leaders lead. Isn't it? I heard that one someplace once. Leaders lead. Somebody said that once, Mike. And so,
It was
I
a politician first start.
but I just think that you're up there and you're representing your states. You're representing the United States. We voted you in with full faith and that you'll do the job that we've asked you to do. And you are out there perpetrating more crimes than half of the American people out there probably have ever committed. So,
Hey,
Nope.
Jennifer, I just got one question. They're missing one category there, and it happens to do with Shepherd. And I'm just going to leave it right there. Why didn't they name that one?
oh yeah, we can't talk about that though. Mhm.
No.
Of course.
Jamie,
Yeah. I ain't gonna bring that up.
Jamie, you want to go ahead with your thought, bro?
Yeah, I want you to think about this, and this is all of these companies, Sonar, that Truck Stop. They started out as a load board and made a bunch of money off the load board. But what they come to the conclusion of and found out is the data that they can obtain and sell is a lot more valuable to them than the load board.
Information is power, baby.
Information is money. It's very lucrative, and that's exactly what's going on with these load boards. They figured out that they could sell and manipulate data to the brokers and for the brokers, and it was more profitable than what we was paying them on the load boards. And that's where we're at today.
Yep.
Totally agree. 100. We're okay. Let me see.
But
I even told someone today.
we need to start messing with their
I still need more people to come in and participate in the case study we're doing. So that's something important we need to get out there, and we need to get with TMJ and SPTC and make it be known to their members as well that what we're doing, so we can get more people involved in this. So we can the more people we have involved, the quicker we can conclude the study and be able to use that data to drive change. So it's important.
No, I'm going to get with you, Jamie, once I start running again.
All right. Well, we need to get with Blake.
I'm still trying to get.
Up.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get my truck up and going.
We're going to get it out there, Jamie. We're going to make time tomorrow to get that information out there. I want you to make sure you send me everything so I can put it on the screen and let everyone know. I know you sent it to me before. I got to find it. If you could send it to me again, I would really appreciate it.
I'll get with Blake. It's easier for Blake to do it because I'll have to dig through all of my stuff. Blake's got it all front and center. I'll get with Blake and have her send it to you.
Got it.
She's doing the footwork on this. It's me and her collaborating on it. But remember what I said. It's I want you to pay attention to what I'm fixing to say. What I just said was data is priceless. Data is very valuable. They're using manipulated data and getting rich off of it. What do you think is going to happen when we get the data and start using actual data? And we can actually put actual accurate numbers out there to help owner operators and small carriers. Where do you think that's going? I want y'all to think about that. So it's important that we get this done.
It is.
So it looks like everybody's exhausted here, and we once again we covered a lot of ground. I wasn't even planning on it, and I'm glad we did decide to do it. Shane, thank you for kicking me in the ass and getting me back up in here. If anybody has, final thoughts or anything you want to add,
I'm finna drop out, y'all. I love y'all, man. Y'all are my people, man. I'm gonna go find somebody to try to grip. Maybe I can give them some money. I give a guy $6 at the truck stop last night that was washing his face in the windshield, cleaning that good. So I'm gonna go find somebody to grift off of y'all.
All right, Jamie. Thanks for being here, brother. Thank you.
I just want
Love you, Jamie.
Love you, Jamie. Did that just safe? I'm echoing back in somebody's feed. I don't know who's got there. But anyways, I was going to say we have some really great members in this organization outside of even the department heads and leadership. We have a lot of people that have stepped up to help us. Blake's, Chris, RJ. I don't even know everybody that helps behind the scenes that I don't even know about, that helps Mike out, gives them information. If you guys have extra time and you're particularly handy with spreadsheets, or you're particularly handy with information gathering, reach out to Mike and say, hey, do you have anything I can help with? He might have something he can assign to you because he has a few projects I hear about.
A few.
If there's somebody that's particularly handy with that and can help out, or that somebody can put together a presentation on this the case study that Jamie's doing, stuff like that. I know Blake's doing that. I'm saying, for example, that. But if there's anything that you can do to help, and you want to be an active part of the organization, but you're not a department head, or you're not somebody that's in a leadership position, step up to the plate. That's what we all had to do, and we appreciate the help, and we don't ever turn people away.
I appreciate you saying that, Jennifer. Thank you so much. That is exactly right. It's tough, we took on a lot, and it is tough. We do need some support and help from time to time. So if anyone can, we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We took on extra, and we took on more, and we've added more onto that, and it's become bigger and bigger, and the ball keeps getting bigger. The snowball keeps rolling down the hill, and we're going to keep fighting the fights. We're not going to drop off of them, but we connect. actually use the help. And so don't feel like, oh, we would just turn you away, or we'd just say, oh, no, thank you. No, we wouldn't do that. If there's something that you can do to help, step up and say, hey, I'm particularly good at this. What can I do to help you? If you've got if you're somebody that's got some free time, I mean, that's something none of us have. We work our regular jobs. We do the NOAA thing. We're driving trucks. We're running brokerages. We got dispatching services that we all have to attend to our own customers and clients in, as well as the NOAA organization. And it's a lot to take on. We're not complaining about that. We're just saying, if you'd like to help, there's a place for you.
Yes.
I'd like to say that Harley Kelchner is in the top 10% of contributors in the group. Just wanted to get that out there because I just saw that.
Those that are people that are contributing in the group on the Facebook page, and you are always commenting, we're doing these lives. Come on and speak with us. Come on and give us your opinion and tell us what you see out there, because sometimes that will cause an idea to come in ADD's head over there, and he'll come up with something else for us or whatever, or something like that. So just
or even Mike's head.
Ali says,
yeah, he is.
I'm going to redo Jennifer's collection menu of services.
Yeah, he busted my balls on that today because I had the high-res NOAA image on there, but my background isn't high-res. So he's going to step it up for me and make me look polished.
Tim says, I'm good with my hands and feet. Let me know whose door I need to kick in. LOL. You're going to need some new You're going to need some new Timberlands. We got a few doors that need to get kicked in.
A lot of few doors. But Jennifer,
yes,
I want to get something. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
I sent your daughter's letter to Congressman Fulcher. I got a response back right back.
Yeah, I could put that on the screen if you'd like.
Yeah, that's
I did see that. Can we do that tomorrow, though, Chris?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to let her know because she's on here right now.
Yeah,
so.
thank you.
I did see that email. You have me included in that email chain.
Yep.
And I did see he responded it within like 2 hours, right? He got back after you sent him that letter. And he didn't just respond, Jennifer. He said, I want to have a meeting with you.
Okay.
So, yeah, he told Chris that. And Chris, did you? I think you guys have a date, right? Like September 9th or something like that. Or?
September 6th.
6th, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next Tuesday.
That's your congressman, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's on the that S.2426 bill, right?
Well, anybody that wants to use that as leverage to get to their Congress.
No, it's for the transparency. It's for the Transparency Act.
Yeah.
Right. Now, am I attending that on our people, or are you going to handle that by yourself?
If you want to be part of it, you can.
Add some more on his plate.
It's up to you, brother. It's up
Let's
to you.
both get on there. Let's both get on there.
Well, the truth of the matter is,
with him.
they have to agree, Jennifer, and they usually don't.
I know.
The truth of the matter is that our people usually tease it up, right? So we go into these meetings, and our people usually controls the floor, right? They'll come in and they'll give this big opening speech, and they'll explain why we're there, what we need, what we have concerns with, and stuff like that. And then they'll throw the floor to me, and I will follow up with information on why we need these things done. And then they will come back and start asking both of us questions. You know what I mean? So that's usually the best way to do it. Why? Because these people in Washington know how to talk to other people in Washington, right? So that's usually the way I like to do it, and the way they like to do it.
Okay, so let's do this. I'll send another email out tomorrow to confirm that you could be on there on the video call.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. I want to get to some more of these comments, and we will definitely talk about that tomorrow, Chris, when we
Okay.
come back. Ali, I think there's some people Mike wants you to visit it in Pakistan. Nah, that would be a waste of time, bro. I'm up for treason trials with some senators. Let's not touch that one again. Oh, more of them. I am already in, sir. Name the name. Nah, brother. It's okay. Hey, you might want to talk to Caitlin about that. It was a dispatcher issue. Game. I think that says it all. Shane, you have anything you want to add, brother, before we shut it down?
Good show tonight. Just another good 3 hours.
I agree. Michael, closing words, sir.
Thanks for hosting us. It's been fun. A bunch of friends gathering around and trying to make a difference in this ugly ass world we got going on here, and everybody expecting a little bit more out of us each day. So, we're doing what we can. Doing what we can.
I'm just glad Mike picked people with broad shoulders so we can all handle this, because we're carrying the weight. It's all right. We've got it. We're not gonna falter in this. And if you guys need to use her essay to reach out to, that's gonna be what lights a fire under your congressperson's behind to get them to talk to you. I'm planning to send it. She was sending the draft in, and she had to add more to it. And I'm planning to send the final version to Wicker when it's done, because I still haven't heard from his office. So he's going to hear from me and my daughter. But whatever we have to do, I don't mind.
Well, I think it should be the baseline picture for our petition. We're starting a new petition that the transparency one, I think it is, for SBOJ or whatever, the small business
SBTC
something.
James,
that
James,
one. Yeah, we got another petition going. Why don't we pin it to that? It's if a 17-year-old can figure it out, why the hell can't our people that are running our country? Seriously.
It would rub it in their face too.
And I just,
Just a little bit.
she doesn't even sit in these meetings. She doesn't even sit in these spaces all day, every day. Like, she hasn't been in here at all tonight. She might hear a snippet in the car while we're going somewhere, or she might come in while we're talking, and she knows to sit there quietly until I get off the mic or whatever. But she's not, and she gets it already. And she hasn't been around them. These people should be able to see this.
Well, they already knew, actually. They knew a long time ago. That's what all these pieces of paper the last 3 days have been over, is, in 1985, 84, 83, 82, 81, they all knew that this was bad idea, and they still went through with it.
Well, that was my whole email. A 17-year-old gets it. Why doesn't Congress? That was my email to the congressman.
We're gonna touch on that tomorrow, and we're gonna touch on the Wicker issue as well, Jennifer. So please be here tomorrow.
I will.
Ali says one more thing: the enemy of our enemy is our friend. Find organizations and entities who hate bloody brokers. Work with them as well. I agree 150%, and we are doing that. Everything takes time, and it will get done. I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope everybody had a chance to get what they needed to get off their chest. We will be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow we got Twitter, so maybe we should start a little earlier tomorrow. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. It's difficult when we have Twitter and we're doing this at the same time. So I don't know. Looks like Jamie's still there. So let's see what Jamie's doing. He's just looking at me.
I'm just chilling, man. I appreciate y'all coming, man, and what I want to express is, this is your association. This was built to help you in business. So anything you can contribute or add is for yourself. And, so reach out to us, man. I don't know if you know Mike, but that guy Stay, STAA whistleblower. I know his name,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to put him out on here. The dude is highly intelligent. He's got some
Yeah.
stuff that's in the Supreme Court right now that he's
He's got
done
what?
all stuff in the Supreme Court right now that he's done all on his own. The dude is brilliant. I've read all the court cases and everything. So we need
Yeah.
to get with him and speak with him. He would be somebody good to add on the legal side. He is the dude is smart, dude. And
Well, as you could see, he's probably smarter than me. When I was having trouble hearing you, instead of putting my ear to my speaker, I put my ear to my microphone like this. So
can you hear me now?
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
he's
he's
smarter
he's
than
super
me.
smart, man. He's about it. So
I'm
we
proud
might
to be
wanna think
Forrest
about-
Gump. So I wear that badge with honor. Yes, we could get STAA on the show.
Yeah.
Can you think we can do that?
I'll get with him. Like I said, he sent me all the papers he's filed that's in the Supreme Court. And the dude is brilliant, man. The dude is super smart, dude. He's
I know
he's
he
about
hangs
it.
out on Twitter. He hangs
Yeah,
out on Twitter.
he's actually waded into the fray with me and Mac and our supporters, Chris and Big Daddy and everybody that comes in and retweets and comments, and he's actually waded off into that fray with us, and we've been giving them hell. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not trying to break these brokers. The brokers that I'm dealing with and I'm speaking to on a daily basis, you know, I'm opening up to them and trying to get them to open up to me, because here's what it comes down to. You know, I can't see their point of view. I can't. I don't understand it. You know, so I keep telling them, explain it to me. Why? Why do you feel that way? Or explain this to me. Why? You know, and open a dialogue like that so we can get it out on the table, because, you know, they're dealing with a lot of stuff too by the mega brokers. The smaller brokers out here are dealing with the exact same thing as smaller carriers are dealing with by the mega carriers. But we got the mega brokers and the mega carriers. What's affecting them is the mega brokers. But they're going through the same exact thing.
Here's what I want you to think about, Jamie. And as soon as I find it, I am going. Oh, there we go. This is exactly what I was looking for. And this is from Jeffrey Kinsler. This is from his report to the court after he won his case against a freight broker stealing money from a carrier, a lot of money, back in 1993. This is from his report. And this is the reason why we have to stop damning brokers to hell. Brokers have been around since the 1920s. They're not going anywhere. They are needed to a certain extent. They are intermediaries, though. They need to have a clear job description. They are intermediaries. And because they handle funds, they need to be regulated. There needs to be rules put in place to regulate them, because they handle money and they handle transactions. So I agree with you. It is not about the small brokers. They get kicked in the balls just as much as we do by the mega brokers. It is the mega brokers that need to be broken up. And that is what we need to focus on. And we need to make that clear to brokers. If we made that clear to brokers, we might catch more flies with honey instead of throwing vinegar.
Well, you know,
and we have to be realistic. They've been around since the 1920s. The thing is, they did their studies back then, and in 1935 they regulated them. And in 1980, some wise guy decided, let's let them free again. And we are seeing now why they were regulated back in the 1920s. And we need to go back to that type of thinking, because we realized that after 43 years, non-regulation of brokers is not working. So we have to find a way to make that clear to the smaller brokers and the mid-sized brokers. We're never going to make that clear to mega brokers. They could care less. But it is the smaller ones that you're talking about. And this right here is the reason why. They've been around for over 100 years, and they're not going anywhere. And to try to get them to go anywhere is not realistic. It's just not. It's not realistic. So,
Hey, Mike, it's almost as realistic as telling the new carriers that came in that they don't belong out here, right? You know, if you don't know, you don't belong out here. Instead of actually telling them what they needed to know so they wouldn't screw our industry, and that's kind of, you know, the race to the bottom is going to take effect when, you know, we don't know what we're doing, but we know what we need.
But we touched on that earlier, right?
Yeah.
That is an issue that Michael Belzer brings up. Try to pay people better so that way they want to stay in this business longer and pass along what they know to new people coming into this industry. You understand what I'm saying? And that is what we need, right? We need people that have been doing this for a long time and almost ready to retire to say, you know what? I have to train the next generation of truckers to be able to do this correctly, so they don't have to figure it out on their own and fall victim to predator brokers. You know, you guys bring up a lot of good points, and there's a lot of good stuff here. Too bad you waited till the end of the show to do it. It's already 3 hours and 30 minutes almost into it, and my dogs are gonna chew me up if I don't feed them and get them to the park.
Good night, Mike. Good night, Mike.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone being here, and we're gonna pick it all up again tomorrow. Jennifer, Chris, Jamie, all in or nothing. Jennifer, Chris, Jamie, please send me all that information so I can have it ready for tomorrow's show, and we'll pick it up from there. Thank you all for being here. Yeah. Here we
Question.
go.
That you had on the
Thanks,
screen,
Mike.
is that in the group? If it's not, send it to me, please. That you just had about the broker. I would like to have that.
That's a whole entire report. I can download it and send it to you right now.
Okay, send
To
it
your
to me,
email.
please. Thank you. Y'all have a good night,
Y'all
man.
have a good night.
Take care,
Go
man.
walk your dogs before you get your leg eat off.
Yeah, let me handle that. Yeah, thank you, sir. Everyone
Get some
have a
rest,
great night.
Mike.
I'm gonna try, brother. Everyone have a great night. You guys get some rest, sleep well, and we will pick it up again tomorrow. Thank you all for being here.
I gotta go clean
good
my
night.
living room for tomorrow night.
You look like you need to clean that damn living room.
Right
Play
there.
some
Look how nice it looks.
Play some
It's the
tunes.
background.
Play some tunes on that Baby Grand. Play us out there.
I'll get right on it. I'll
All
get
right.
right on it. All right. Bye bye.
You guys have a good one. Thank you. Bye bye.
Love you guys.